So the last time we played, the one before that using covered a lot of information, and we kind of just reviewed that last time. But of course, you all encountered people, these strange people without the eyelids, and separately, you all kind of like ended up at the church with these people, whereupon they all just died one after the other. And you went away, and then you basically just spent the next few hours or during the night reviewing the notes and stuff that you already have. Richard and Jeffrey, you both fell asleep eventually. Betty, you were up a bit longer, and you were still awake when Daniel came into the room to start his revision because he went to sleep. But then you go to sleep, and he is up like during the hours of the morning up until maybe like lunchtime-ish, doing his own study. Now, you guys are still kind of dozing while he's doing that. Maybe Jeffrey or Richard, you are sort of like semi-conscious, just waking up, not quite waking up yet. You're kind of aware of Daniel answering the door, somebody talking to him leaving the motel room, and then you might even have heard a car like start up his engine and pull away. If either of you are lying next to the window by the bed, you might poke your head out the window, in which case you would see the black car, two gentlemen with hats, black suits, white shirts, black ties, getting in a car with Daniel and driving away. And that's where we're picking up today. So when you three wake up, or whichever one of you wakes up first, Daniel will not be in the room with you.
It's Daniel.
Oh. Bye, Daniel. It was nice knowing you.
Where did Daniel go?
Where did he go? Maybe he
Ted,
went down
you're
and got some breakfast.
You know what? That's a good idea. Let's go.
Well, who was the first one to wake out of you guys? It wouldn't have been Betty because she was the last to go to sleep.
Sprockets. Okay, I'm up.
I think Richard, probably, I guess.
You went to sleep first, Richard, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you probably heard the knock on the door. You probably heard Daniel answer it. And then unexpectedly, he leaves the room, and then that car drives away.
I'm probably trying to think. Imagine Richard would probably try and leave, as in what's going on here. I imagine he'd be in his pajamas, kind of an aspect, not pajamas per se, but just sleeping garments, and he'd probably try and leave the room and watch as this car drives off, kind of thing.
Sure. You get up, open the motel room door, look out. The car's just kind of pulling away. Daniel's in the back seat, and the two men are in the front seats as they pull away, and none of them are paying attention to you as they drive off. They get to the edge of the parking lot, turn onto the highway, and take off in the direction which would be going kind of east, to be towards Vegas direction.
Okay, yeah. He'd probably then go over to the others' rooms and tap on their doors, see if they're awake, and try and find out, where's Daniel going.
So you were all sleeping in Jeffrey's room.
Yeah.
Right. So just go straight to Jeffrey, because that's the sensible one. Don't wake the sleeping lady. She's scary.
Well, she was sleeping on the floor. You two were topping and tailing the bed, if you recall. Because all the books and everything were in there.
Being rude.
She decided that she wanted to sleep on the floor. That's her prerogative.
That's her prerogative.
So it's you guys in this room. Richard, you're awake, and all of the books and stuff that you've just kind of been poring over, spread out on the table and on the floor and stuff.
Somebody's been doing a lot of research on anything. Where's Daniel?
I don't know. He wasn't here when I woke up to him driving off. Richard points the general direction.
We're down a person, and we kind of some Jesus. Oh.
Did he say anything to you? Because
just the soft snoring of Betty on the floor.
When do you think we should wake her?
No, I'll wake up because I can hear you just going blah blah blah.
It depends how late you were up. You might be totally dead to the world.
Yeah, but
Betty would have had the morning, because I said it was about lunchtime now. You would have had at least 5-6 hours, I think, Betty. Because
Yeah.
Daniel came in early in the morning when he woke up, and that's when you went down.
Yeah.
Probably still kind of tired, but you've had enough sleep.
Yep. I'm like, what's going on?
Daniel's gone.
Oh, he's probably went down to get some breakfast. Let's go and get some breakfast.
Find anything? And
I mean, you've been doing a lot of reading and going over stuff, and if you want to just, if you just want to discuss and summarize what you've learned and decide where you want to go next, that's up to you guys. Whether you want to do that here or over breakfast, or if you want to ponder more over where Daniel's gone
I
to.
feel like we should just do that over breakfast.
Sounds sensible.
So I mean, at this point, going over to the diner place for breakfast or meals seems to be tradition.
Yes.
Just trying to recall what day we're on now. Thursday AM, yes. Thursday PM if it's afternoon. Yeah, I mean, you just can head over there. They'll actually be serving lunch at the diner now. Daniel's car is still in the parking lot of the motel, as all your vehicles. So he's not driven off in his vehicle. As you make your way across the street or down the street to the diner, the waitress, Janie's there. Everyone's kind of quiet. You know, every other time you came in, people have been chatting. And she's like, hey, how you doing that? But today, after last night, everyone's just a little more subdued. There's just like the sound of dishes being kind of like put into the sink and set on the counter and such. I did find a picture of BT that I'll use for this. And they probably have the radio playing when you come in. So you just come in, sit down at your booth, the table that you've kind of preferred to sit at by now. And what?
Okay, so I say, so what did you hear? Was it you, Richard, or you, Jeffrey, that got up first?
As I said, it was me, and I just noticed, like Daniel leaving with some interesting guys.
I speak to the waiter guy that's there
Waitress,
and
yes.
ask waitress that's there and ask if they saw Daniel and what kind of car it was that left.
Yeah, I mean, Janie just sort of brushes her apron down a little bit and says, your minister friend? No, he's not been in this morning. I haven't seen him since you guys were in here last night.
Oh, okay. Did you not see a car leaving?
A car?
Yeah, a car leaving.
With your friend in it? I don't think so.
What time did you start this morning?
7 AM.
Have you been busy?
Busy as we usually are on a Thursday morning.
Okay. And I just like stand up on the chair and I go, oi, anyone seen, a guy go into a car with two men and what did the car look like?
The rest of the customers, who are most like elderly people, just kind of turn around and look up at you and they're all just like shaking their heads. Like, no. Jane's like, Betty, could you not stand up in the chair like that and harass the customers?
Okay.
I mean, I know we're all a little, wound up after last night, but there's no need to be doing things like that.
Okay.
I'll get you guys your coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we going to do? Jeffrey, you seem to, have a good idea of around here. What do you think our next move shall be?
tackle them. Wanted to tackle. I mean, I would say we wait, but that may actually make it worse. Wait, what was that place the doppelgangers were going?
I mean, you don't know where they were going, right?
Church? That's what they kept saying they wanted to go to.
No,
Or
let's
not
go
the church,
to
but the priest person.
Yeah, well, if I can remind you, they didn't use the word church. They used the word temple.
Yeah, sorry. I knew it wasn't that. It was.
Yeah. They requested to speak to the priest at the temple, and you took them to the community church because that's what you figured it was. And they recognised the minister in there, but nothing else seemed to make sense to them.
I think we should go to the sheriff's office.
Was he when he was taken? Was he taken by? Did it look like he was taken by force or?
Who? Oh, you asking
We
him?
just
Sorry.
look at Richard. We're both looking at Richard. Okay.
Well, I didn't see much of a challenge. Just him suddenly gone.
I think we should speak to the sheriff.
I mean, you did see the sheriff last night because he came by with his deputy. It was the deputy that took your statements. The sheriff was presumably taking statements and such from the people in the church. Then the coroner people in the hospital, the ambulance men came and took the bodies away.
Yeah, I think we should go to the sheriff first.
There is the substation here for this part of Nye County. You might find the sheriff there considering what happened yesterday. But usually it's just one of the deputies that kind of mans it, as the deputy told you before when you spoke to him.
Okay, why don't we go to the substation? Is everyone up for that?
Yeah.
Sure. Why specifically the substation?
Because we know that the sheriff what's called mans the substation.
Okay.
So let's at least we can put in, at least we can say like report him missing, and then at least they'll have someone looking for him as well, have an eye out, so we might get more information that way. I'm just going to phone my husband just now to see what's happened.
Sure. Are you ringing his office or are you ringing home considering it's lunchtime?
Ringing what's called home.
The phone just rings out.
I'm gonna call my wife.
You call his office. It takes a couple of rings. Someone answers the phone. I say, "Hi, how can I help you?"
Hi, I'm George's wife. Is George in?
Yep, Betty. Hang on, I'll just put you through. The operator puts you through. Hi, hon. How's things?
Well, this story is getting even bigger. The priest that we were talking to, he's disappeared with two men, and apparently two scary men. So what's good, we're going out to investigate.
I had to laugh at two scary men.
Two scary men.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't really follow. He's disappeared. Did something happen?
We don't know yet. We need to investigate.
Oh, okay. And this was what one of the specialists that was helping you?
Yes. Yeah.
What's your boss got to say?
Well, my boss is saying that like I should investigate it further, see where it goes.
Okay, I mean you do what you've got to do. Is there anything I can do to help?
How are the kids?
Yeah, they're okay. I spoke to them last night. Your mother is, handling it as well as she usually does.
Okay.
You okay, Betty? You sound a little distracted.
Yeah, I just want to find this priest guy.
I mean, are you on your own there? Do you have someone helping you?
I have two people helping me that are involved in the investigation.
Okay, well, you look after yourself and don't do anything crazy. I mean, it's not worth it just for a story.
That's true. Love you.
Okay, I love you too. You take care of yourself.
Okay, bye. You can take the phone now. I hand the phone over to Jeffrey.
Payphone?
Yeah, I'll be a payphone. Calling your wife, Jeff, is that right?
No.
Was that a yep or a nope?
Yes. Yeah, correct. I want to call her.
Right, I need to do something.
Don't you fucking dare.
I'm sure it'll be totally fine.
I'll hurt you. Don't hurt my kids, man.
Nothing untoward's gonna happen. Nope. Total innocence.
The phone rings out 2 or 3 times, and then a voice answers, and it's a guy's voice. He says hello.
Who am I speaking to?
Jeffrey Quinn. Who's this?
Jeff.
Yeah, that's me. Who's this?
No, I'm Jeff. Who are you?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what you mean, buddy. This is the Quinn residence. I'm Jeffrey Quinn.
Sir, where do you work?
He names the electrician company that you work for.
Uh,
Dun dun dun.
Out of character. Hold on. I need to figure this out on how. Okay, let me try this. Excuse me, sir, but yeah, I have an important call for your wife. Is she in?
Oh,
Sorry for the.
yeah, she's just in the kitchen. Can I ask you what it's about?
It's about out of character. I never gave her a job, did I?
I'm assuming because you had a kid that she's just a housewife,
Yeah,
which is obviously very common at the time.
very.
You could say one of her friends' names, as in, was gonna pass on a message. Say like you're the husband or something like that. Just to get her on the phone.
The important message is to see if she actually had any contact with I forgot her name. My friend's name, wife's name.
Omar's wife. I've also forgotten her name, but yeah, I know who you mean.
Go ahead.
Okay, so hang on. So you want to convey to this guy that you are reaching out on behalf of Omar's wife?
It sounds bad, doesn't it? Yes. And to tell him like we try to phone him, but we couldn't find anything. So trying to see.
Sure. The guy's like, yeah, okay. Gets off the phone. You can hear him like addressing her in the way that you would address her, and then she comes on the phone. She's like, hello.
Hi, Mrs. Quinn. Did you ever have you gotten in contact with Omar's wife?
Yeah. I mean, I've spoken to her since he went missing. The day that something happened. Is she okay?
She went missing.
She's gone missing?
Correct.
Oh my god. How do you mean she's gone missing? What's happened?
Well, after we told her what happened to her husband, we went to go do a follow-up and she went missing.
I'm sorry, you sound awfully familiar. Who is this?
Name's Jeff.
Sorry?
My name is Jeff.
Jeff.
My name Jeff.
Myself a last name.
Okay, I mean, I'm sorry. Are you? Let's say Omar's wife's called Barb, right? Are you Barb's brother?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think she mentioned you before. Yeah. Well, that's terrible. I mean, is there anything we can do to help?
Maybe, but yeah, I'm gonna come visit and actually have a full talk with you some other time.
Oh, okay then.
And then you have a good one.
Sure. Okay. Thanks for calling. And then can you make me a stress roll?
Well, here's the thing.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, the stress roll was gonna actually dictate how I do the phone. So yeah, I was gonna make a roll, but
Yeah. Okay, you hold it together.
nope, I don't. I throw the phone.
Yeah, I mean, that's your reaction of holding it together. So you throw the phone, it clatters, and everyone just kind of looks over. And the big fat chef guy behind the counter's like, "Hey, buddy, do you mind?"
what happened?
I just do the death stare at him and walk out.
I walk out after him to ask him what happened.
And I'm pacing.
What happened, Jeffrey?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. But somebody is in my house saying that they're me. Now, we can make a few choices. We can either go and visit this other Jeff. And I can them in two, or we can continue to figure out what's going on here. Make your choice, please.
I'm intrigued to find out what the other Jeff looks like.
The view, Richard. Well, did Richard didn't follow me? No, you didn't. Sorry.
Imagine if you did approach Richard and ask him that, he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that.
Well, actually, if I didn't, I know how to approach you. I go, Richard, listen, I need to go home for a minute.
Oh, okay. Do you need a hand?
Do you not live in a completely different state?
That's what I was also saying, because I'm like, make a choice, because
I think you live a very long distance away, so that would not be something you could just do right now.
I know.
Yeah.
That's because I'm acting like I'm drastic and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, are you saying let's do that first, or do you want to just go to the sheriff and then you can explain your story to the sheriff as well to say this is really weird, the weird things are happening.
Do we have contact to doing that?
I
forgot to ask her. Can I recall them?
Yeah, I mean, the phone's right there. You can do what you want.
I say to him to tell, the wife and child to get away from the house. I'd say you should get them away from the house.
Oh, I don't want to freak her out and her get in trouble. That's why I was so calm.
So what you want to do?
Yeah, I could write her a letter or something.
Yeah, you could do that. I like when characters write letters.
Okay. Wait a minute. What the fuck do you mean by that? What the fuck? Oh, I didn't like that. Yeah, I love how people write letters. Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
I did the whole thing last season where they were writing letters.
All right.
You can grab a piece of paper and pen and start writing if you want.
Okay, writing a letter. In the letter, I talk about.
Well, why don't you write it in the journal?
All right. While I'm doing that, what are we doing?
Well, we're gonna go and see the sheriff.
That's fine. Do you want to maybe tell me before we go there what you're looking to get out of going to the sheriff? What sort of information you're looking for?
Well, I want to see if there's any other situations, and he can explain his situation as well, and see there's a lot of strange things going on.
So you're just looking for a general update from the sheriff on what's happened since last night?
Yes.
Okay, sounds fair enough. The substation is just like a little sheriff's office that'll be in town. You can see there's 2 cop cars outside when you arrive, which suggests that the sheriff is in. You can probably see the deputy that you've spoken to. I think it's Deputy Webb that you've spoken to previously. You can see him in through the window, and he's sitting at the desk on the telephone. You can walk up to the door, push open the front door, and when you step inside, you can see the sheriff is sat there at another desk, and he's got his reading glasses on. I'm picturing him that he looks kind of like Tommy Lee Jones, and he's kind of just sitting there, just reading with his reading glasses, and he just looks up over the paper at you when you come in. Can I help you, folks?
Mailman Tom Lee Jones.
Yeah, can I help you, folks?
Yes. Our friend is missing.
Oh, okay, take a seat. Are you all together?
Yes.
All right. Wait, hang on a sec. You're the folks from the church last night, right?
Yes. Strange things have been going on. I'll say called Richard here will explain about what he saw.
Well, I mean, I think I have your statements from last night. Do you have something else you want to add?
Yes.
Ooh.
All right,
I'm just looking at Richard
Our friend Daniel got taken away by a couple of men in suits.
Taken away?
Yeah, and he's left his car, so it happened quite early. Just needing to pass that over.
Okay. When did this happen?
I mean, I don't know if you told me an actual time, so he's gonna advise when he woke
About
up.
noon. About noon.
Right,
Yeah.
noon.
Looks at his watch. Okay, so this just happened, pretty much. You don't know where he went. You don't know if these were friends of his.
No, I mean, like, he was brought here by Betty, and he was here to do a task, so it's a bit weird that some guys just appeared and took him away. I mean, he works with the university. These guys didn't look like they were university.
Okay, he pulls out like he goes over to the other table, and the deputy like does a thing where he covers the handset and like speaks to the sheriff for a second. They back and forth, and then like he picks up some papers and comes over and sits down, spreads papers out. He's like, okay, folks, so let's just get this straight here. So you were here last night for the incident with the people that passed. You've all taken your statement. You took your statements. You went back. You're staying at the Motel 6, correct?
Yep.
You slept in your motel rooms, and then this morning, your friend got in a car with two people you don't recognise and drove off. Now you said they dragged him away. Did it look like he was being taken by force?
That I can't remember specifically. If you told me that, I can't remember that part.
No, you didn't even like see him get taken away. You just heard like
I just saw the driver. Like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I can't remember because it told.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
just.
All right, so you didn't see them drag him away, but he was being driven away by them.
Yeah, and it's just a bit untoward because he was supposed to spend some time with us, and he's left unannounced. No notes, nothing, just gone. And there's some weird stuff happening. We've witnessed some weird things, so it's. I mean, look, I don't know. I was thinking potentially there might have been guys that you know. I mean, might have been officers, but were they fed? And this is where Richard, obviously he has got quite high stress at the moment, so he's going to start stumbling over his words trying to iterate this.
I mean, I can understand you folks been through a lot last night. I can understand it's traumatic. Just relax. No one's in any trouble here. Now, he opens the file. So this was your friend Daniel Ford, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and he's a minister and a teacher, if I'm understanding correctly, from the University of Pacific, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Right, now I wouldn't think this is to worry. It sounds like perhaps, maybe, some federal officers are speaking to him. They do kind of fit the description. And I know I've spoken to the FBI this morning on a phone call, so I know that they are interested in what's happened. So I mean, it could be just that he's been taken in to give a further statement, or perhaps he's thought of something that could add to the case. I mean, he's not been going very long. I wouldn't really worry about it too much. I tell you what, if he doesn't show up or make contact with you today or tomorrow, you guys can come back in here, speak to my deputy, and we'll see if we can do anything about it.
Now, Jeffrey has something very strange to tell you as well. I'm just like looking at Jeffrey like.
I love how you
tell him
landed
the
both of
story.
them, isn't it? That's Mr. Quinn, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Quinn. What did you have to add?
Well, this is gonna be weird because when I went to go call my wife, someone who is impersonating me is there, picked up.
Okay, so you think someone's in your home impersonating you? Am I right, Mr. Quinn? He's like flicking through his statement. You're from Philadelphia, is that correct?
Correct.
So I mean, you're a long way from home. Have you been away from home for a long time?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, if you're concerned for your wife's safety, I would call the police in Philadelphia. It's their jurisdiction. I think it would be them you need to speak to, unfortunately.
Correct.
If you want, if you're,
Can I use your phone?
Of course, yeah. That's not a problem
Right,
at all.
call the Philadelphia police.
Okay, so he calls up the operator for you and gets the number for wherever your home address is, and gives you the number for the local office. And then he's like, he just points. He's like, "Oh, there's a little room behind us there. You can take the phone in there if you want some privacy."
On it. Take the phone in
Sure.
there.
Yeah, they answer just like a cop's place would. Say, "Hi, this is Philadelphia Police. How can I help you?
Yes, there is somebody impersonating me in my house. The address is. My name is Jeff Quinn. Jeffrey Quinn.
Okay, Mr. Quinn. And do you have any idea who this person is? What
No
their intentions
idea.
might be? Okay, but you're suspicious that they're putting your wife's life in danger?
Yes, I didn't want to scare her, so I was very calm with it. Now, I think there's a way to make her understand that's not me. Is that ask her if he has a utility belt. The utility belt was made by my son. He does not have it, then yes, he's
Roll
a
me a
person.
dice. Make a roll. Non-investigate.
No, thank you.
Just to see how convincing and not like a crazy person you sound to this operator, because it's a strange thing to say.
Other actions?
Yeah, other actions.
Other actions.
Just your
Capability.
one dice. Just your one dice.
Why does this work? Oh, right. That's why it's not working.
She takes down your details and says, "All right, sir. We'll get someone to call around and check in on the house. That's all we can do just now. Is there anything else I can help you with?"
Just remember the utility belt thing. Trust me.
I'll pass it along, sir. Thanks for calling. So while he's in there making that phone call, the sheriff is sat with you two. It's like, do you mind if I ask folks while you're here, do you know an Adam Browley?
Adam Browley?
Yeah.
No.
The name was mentioned last night. I'm just wondering if, since you all seem to be a group together, if he was one of your friends or colleagues.
No, I don't think so.
Not someone I'm familiar with.
Okay then. I might ask, so if I'm to understand, Richard, you and Daniel and Mr. Quinn here, you are all colleagues of Mrs. Booth.
I'm back?
Well, you're in the other room on the phone.
Okay.
You're all colleagues of
I think he's just like listing you just...
Yeah. He's like, you're all colleagues of Mrs. Booth, and you're helping her with a paper investigation here, is that right?
Yep.
And, so ma'am, what exactly is it you're into investigating? I don't think that's anywhere here in your statement.
Well, first it was Carol Grant's, the strange, disappearance of Carol Grant's husband.
Right.
And then the strange happenings between that. And then the story has escalated from the weird things that have been, the strange things that have been going around here.
I mean, first of all, Mrs. Booth, Carol's husband isn't missing. He showed up at our house and then he died like shortly afterwards.
But did he die?
Well, yes, I mean,
But did he?
He was there, his body's been verified. So, I mean, that's the rest. But you're saying other strange things happen? I'm assuming you're talking about last night. But
yes.
I don't think it's all that strange, Mrs. Booth. And I'm worried that you're going to, start putting ideas into people's heads when we're trying to perform an investigation here. A number of people have died, yes. And the circumstances are a little peculiar. It's not all that strange to think some people have been out camping up there in the mountains, unprepared. Maybe they came sightseeing. A lot of people do this time of year for the bomb explosions and such. They've gotten lost and then find themselves, worse for wear under the desert sun before they manage to make their way back to town. I mean, it seems unfortunate, but I mean, as far as I can tell, that seems like the most logical explanation at the moment. And I'm just worried that you going around putting ideas into people's heads about aliens or whatever is going to hamper our investigation.
No, I'm just quietly going around with my what's called investigating for the truth. That's what my paper stands for.
He folds over the folder and puts it down and takes the glasses off. So I'm going to be frank with you, ma'am. I'm not a fan of women going around sticking their nose in people's business, putting ideas in their heads, when it's not warranted. I don't think there's anything particularly...
I'm just looking for the truth, officer.
Well, we're all looking for the truth, ma'am. But, we have process and procedure to discovering these things. We can't just go around...
I understand that.
Saying all kinds of strange and wacky stuff to people just because of whatever movie we watched last week.
Well, I can tell you this for now, that I do not watch movies, and my investigation is for truth, and I will not stop investigating until I find the truth.
Well, I'm a fan of the free press, miss, and I wouldn't dream of stopping you investigating whatever you feel like needs investigated, but I would just ask for the moment while there's an active investigation at hand that you don't interfere with that.
I will not
Does that
interfere
seem
with
fair
that.
with you? Well, I just
That
don't want you
seems
going
fair.
around speaking to witnesses and putting ideas in their heads, is all. And maybe if you are wanting to speak to them, perhaps you could speak to my deputy and have him escort you, just so he can make sure that, you know, you keep things straight. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, it sounds reasonable, but at the moment I'm not interviewing anybody.
Well, that's fine too. Now, in regards to your friend, Mr. Ford, you know, I'll keep an eye out, and if I hear anything, I'll call in at the motel and let you folks know. If I come across Daniel, I'll let him know that you're looking for him, and I'll pass the word along to my deputy here as well. We're going to be in and around town all day today and tomorrow, I can imagine. So, you know, if we come across him or any federal officers that might be down in the area, we should be speaking to them too. But I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, it's probably, he might even have been just in the car with a couple of friends, who knows. And if you're all part of, you know, asking questions, investigating, maybe he's just found someone he wants to talk to.
Well, that's perfectly
There's no
fine.
reason to be panicked that something untoward's happened to him.
Well, you don't just turn around and not say anything to the people that you're with.
Well, that
Is
may
that
be,
not
man, but I mean,
strange?
how long have you known this person? It's my understanding that your little group here haven't been together all that long.
I understand that, but most people would speak and say, hey, I'm just going out.
Well, maybe the case, man, but he's the free man in speak on too. He can go where he wants.
I think this is a waste of time for you going back and forward with me on this one. Let's just say that you're going to look for it and investigate into it. That's all I'm asking.
Well, we'll investigate if it turns out he is missing, but at the moment it's not been long enough for us to come to that conclusion. But I'll be sure to let you know if he turns up.
Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks for your time, and if you think of anything else you want to add to your statement about last night, or you come across anything you might be useful to the case, I would encourage you to please come stop by and let us know.
No pressure, eh?
You just find yourselves, the three of you, standing outside the sheriff's office, wondering what to do next.
Do I come back in?
Yeah, that's fine. You come back in, you know, he says what he's just sitting there, and you kind of find yourselves outside again.
What was the name again?
That he asked about was Adam Browley.
Am I familiar with that name? Because I know I heard it before.
Nope.
Okay.
It is not a name that has been mentioned yet. I'll give you a minute if you want to review journal, evidence, clues, notes, decide how you want to proceed.
All the journal stuff to look through.
I mean, we did cover a lot of information last time. You just haven't really had the chance to kind of discuss it with
Be
each
right
other,
back.
what you're thinking and where you want to go. Obviously, Swindle expressed last week he'd really like to go to the ranch. So I don't know if you just want to hold off on that one at least until he's back.
Yeah, let's hold off on the ranch part.
Assuming he
because
ever
I'm
comes back.
That's wrong.
His other half decides to take him on a 7-month holiday.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to try and grab him before next session.
You are my wife.
See what
Died
happens
to
then.
my...
But yeah, you two want to talk about it while she's away, maybe.
Stuff and things and stuff. What are we doing?
So just to double check, so in the handouts I can only see 3 files. Sorry, maps, RV books, and notes, and an unknown symbol.
That's correct.
Cool. I just thought I'd just check that
Yeah.
I'm not missing something.
The RV Books notes just has like a list of stuff.
So where are we going? Because
Well, what are you thinking?
he wants to go home. His little family. But I keep thinking about wanting to go to the temple, but I think that would be too much. Thoughts, Betty?
I personally was thinking of going to the ghost town. And I don't know why,
You know what?
but that place was calling to me.
You know what? That sounds like a Good idea. Let's go punch some ghosts.
So, are we all remembering what we discovered about Ron Marsh and why the ghost town is a location? You remember Betty, right?
Yes. Detect.
Oh, she's not sat down yet.
Oh.
You back, Laura? God, what's she fucking doing?
Back.
I was saying, hun, you remember why the Rhyolite ghost town in Rowan Marsh was something you were investigating, right?
Yes.
You want to remind them?
Okay, so the Ron Marsh one was, remember, it was like the wee boy, the baby, the it kind of thing, was, are we talking about when we went into the house, or are we talking about the story?
Just whatever you remember about it and why it's something of relevance. Why it's something you might want to investigate.
Okay, so we might want to investigate this because, something happened to the mom, and then the what's called the guy and the child moved to another city because strange things were going on, because they didn't think it was like the child was hidden from like the neighborhood.
The daughter gave birth. She died.
The daughter
during birth
gave birth
and then
died.
And then the mother died a couple of years after.
Yeah.
And then Ron left Beatty, left that house, and was apparently staying out in Rhyolite. Nobody knows what happened to the child.
Yeah.
And that house is covered in all the scripture. It's just because they were saying about where to go next. And Richard says Rhyolite's
why don't we? Yeah, let's go to Rhyolite then.
Rhyolite lies just a couple of miles south of Beatty. If you look at maps, I think there's a map there that should kind of show where they are in relation to each other. So it's a short drive. Maps Beatty Rhyolite, yeah, it's 5 miles. A little longer when you're driving, but yeah, about that. Like a 10-minute drive after that, probably. But in character, I mean, how did you come to the decision to check out Rhyolite?
My thinking for Rhyolite is just the fact it's a ghost town, so it feels like it's the likely place for something suspect to be happening.
So Richard's like, we need to start somewhere. This is a ghost town. That makes sense to just begin the trailer.
Pretty much exactly what Richard would be implying.
Sure. It's simple but practical, yeah. How do you feel, Betty?
Yeah, I'd like to go and visit it because I wanted to anyway, so yeah.
Again, Betty's not as nervous as the rest of you, perhaps. She's just more excited because things are happening.
Dude, I just heard that somebody's in my house. You think I'm nervous?
Does it make you feel more determined?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Okay, you're feeling fortified, determined. So, whose car are we taking? Or truck?
Mine.
We're taking the truck. Like I said earlier, this is an actual picture of BT in 1950s on the high street. So this trading post cafe is probably where you've been having your dinner and stuff. And there's a couple of trucks in the lineup there. One of those trucks would be kind of like the truck you've got, I would imagine. Okay, I'll take us to Rhyolite. That is a short drive away. It's early afternoon. So Rhyolite, you kind of come in, it's like a valley surrounded by hills, and the town is in the centre. Now, you're already told that this is an old mining town. It's been abandoned for like 30 years odd, I think was when the last people were supposed to have left. The buildings are all still there. As you're driving into town, you can see the railway station is there, it's boarded up. There's a couple of sort of like factory storage buildings, and then there's lots of houses. Most of them dilapidated, falling apart. Anything of value has been stripped away, and just like the shells of buildings and the streets and the lampposts are all that really remains. Off to the north, on the hillside, you can see the mine itself that supported this town previously, before it was abandoned. And yeah, you drive into this town and it's barren and windy and spooky and you're all alone. It is daylight, so there's plenty of light around, but the sharp shadows cast by that sunlight gives the town a kind of dark side. that kind of seems to contrast with the sunlight as you're like traveling through it. So when you arrive here, what do you want to do?
I imagine probably the first thing would just be a sort of a drive around generally, just to sort of see the size and scope of it.
Sure. Okay, so it's a town not too dissimilar from Beatty in size. A little more spread out with some larger buildings. These old warehouse buildings. One of them might have used to be like an apartment block for the lower paid workers to kind of shack up in. You'll see like the old post office, the old mercantile building where they would sell goods, like general goods. There'll be the railway station, and then down from that you'll see a lot of like old cabooses, railway cars, just kind of like lined up off the side of the track. And the rest of it's just like old residential houses and stuff. There's not another soul here as far as you can see driving around. Just occasionally, you just can hear like birds overhead cawing. The place definitely lives up to its description as a ghost town. So as you're rolling around, Betty, what are you kind of thinking you're looking for here?
I'm just looking for any markings or anything. Take photos of any markings and stuff.
Do you want to get out and look around on foot then? So you can get a better look for things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Is there anywhere in particular in the town you want to park your vehicle?
I'm going to... Hold on.
You also want to get out and just look around, Jeff? Richard, sorry.
Anyway, I was going to park next to maybe a saloon or some kind.
The what, sorry?
I was going to park next to a building.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You drop on the northern side of town, where it seems to be more sort of like industrial buildings and storage buildings and stuff like that, next to the road up towards the mine. You can probably see piles of scrap and such and debris that's been like, not bulldozed, but been like shoveled and moved up, piled up one side of the building. And you pull your car up there, and that's where you park your truck.
Out and just look around and see what I can do.
Well, anyone who's looking around for stuff, why don't you give me an investigation roll?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
One
Is
dice.
that 2 dice, isn't it, for me?
2 dice for Betty. If you have any like traits, because remember we wrote a bunch of traits and stuff for your characters as well. If you check in your journal, if you've got anything like that,
I have
relates-
electronics. I have electronics. So no.
Well, you can roll with you can get an extra dice for mechanical if you want.
That's 2.
Closest I can think of Richard is just that he knows towns.
I mean, you got a 4,
Like
which
you-
is pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Brain
add
cells,
stress
get it.
and reroll, Jeff? Or you good? Completely up to you.
I don't. No, because I have too much stress.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe it makes sense, Jeff. You're kind of distracted with your thoughts anyway as you're looking around. And
Yeah, because you'd be distracted anyway because of your wife and this guy, this strange guy.
Oh, not
in the
really.
house.
Of course I am.
Richard, I mean, you can see there's obviously been people here in the recent past. You can see like trash that they discarded, soda cans and stuff like that. You can see like tracks where a lot of people have obviously parked up their vehicles in their area where you have just parked up. That seems to be sort of a natural spot where people have just, left their vehicles to look around. So there has definitely been activity here in the last few years, you can tell, even though there's no one here immediately right now. But I think other than that, you're not going to really get much. For your part, Betty, I think in addition to that, yeah, I mean, you're looking around, Betty, and all the buildings here are in a very poor state of repair. The windows are missing, doors are missing. If anyone was staying here, they're not staying in any of these buildings. They wouldn't have enough shelter from the elements. But when you cast your eye up northwards towards the mine, you can see the large building there that was house all the machinery and stuff, and there's a couple of like cabins on the hillside there as well.
Do they look to be like used?
I think from this distance that would be difficult to tell unless you had like binoculars or something.
I just like say to them, look, there's some cabins up there. Let's check them out.
I'd also ask, before you left town to come here, was there anything particular you wanted to get in terms of equipment?
Oh, I already have my I need.
Presume you've got your
And
tools
that.
because it's your truck. Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
my flashlight and I have a camera. And would you have pepper spray then?
No, you wouldn't have paper spray.
No.
No.
Richard will have pocket calculators.
If you really wanted to arm yourselves, there is a gun store in BT that you could have stopped by it before you came here.
No, I'm a bludgeoner. I got a bunch of tools.
I've got a pocket knife.
Ooh. Okay.
When you say pocket knife, do you mean like a switchblade or like a letter opener or something else?
Switchblade.
A switchblade, okay.
Wow. Guns were actually quite uncommon as personal weapons in the 1950s US.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had
45 million personal guns to a population of 140 million
that's
people.
all. For like a third of the population almost.
Well, that's if no, but to be fair, that's if the third of the population had one gun. But
Yeah,
realistically,
yeah.
you're gonna have like some that are gonna have like 2,000.
Yeah. Rural
Got a
communities like
box
this.
of matches as well with my perfume.
Rural communities like this, guns would be fairly common, I would imagine. But yeah, I mean, the gun store's there, and if you wanted to procure one beforehand, you could go in and get something.
Did they have lighters back then?
Yes, of course, they had lighters. It's the
Uh-oh.
50s,
well,
Laura.
Wait.
Well, I want to have I've got tissue in my bag
we
and
go.
Yeah, I
lighters.
forgot about this fire flame.
The
Yeah.
iconic.
I've got a couple of lighters.
Okay, you have a lighter. Yes, you would have a lighter.
with packs of tissue.
Yes, that's completely fine. The 50s isn't that different to today, really.
A very ominous sound when I hear Laura going, "Can I have a lighter?" It's like,
She's always got a lighter and a can of deodorant. That's a signature weapon.
Yep. And crystals.
What about you, Richard? Do you have anything in particular you were grabbing before you headed out?
I don't feel that he would get the idea of getting a weapon, because I think he's familiar with talking his way out of problems rather than actually,
Uh-huh.
fighting. So I don't think his idea would be thinking to get a weapon.
That's fine. What about any other kind of equipment?
A notepad? Like a pen and a notepad?
Yeah, okay.
Like I feel that that's what he would be trying to get, because it seems a lot of people are asking things, so he'll try and get something to write stuff down.
Sure.
I don't think he would have had like a recorder or anything along those lines. I think that technology's still too young for.
They had them, but they were obviously very big and bulky.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think he would have had anything like an audio recorder or anything like that. So yeah, just something that he could write. So I guess he's going to try and roughly emulate Betty in this like the detective look.
Sure. Yeah, you want to be useful. You want to make sure you're getting things down. You've seen reports in movies. You know what they look like.
Yeah, he's probably going to try. Not spending much money, but he's just going to try and the posing and stuff like that.
You did sales. I'd imagine you have notepads on hand, right? Because you've been writing things down all the time.
It'll be funny. It's his like receipt book.
Yeah. You write it down, tear off the little tag of it, and stick it in your pocket.
Yeah. Okay, I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. So people have definitely been in town fairly recently, but by that I mean within the last few weeks or months, which makes sense. You were also told that sometimes movie studios film things here because it's a good setting, but none of these buildings look particularly habitable. So if someone was living here, they probably, not certainly, but probably aren't living in these homes. But I mean, you are free to look around and go into any buildings you think might be of interest. Most of the old stores and things like that will be like boarded up. All the homes, like their windows are gone, all their doors have gone, and like you can freely walk in and out of them.
All right.
And feel free to just discuss kind of like what your thoughts are on different things that you've came across, what actions you might want to take, or what you think about particular aspects.
Let's move in and do some work-ish.
I think the idea I'd want to go to is probably start in some of the bigger buildings, because I imagine in some towns there is sort of centre of interest, be it like the government office or something.
Mhm.
I'm not meaning like it's a big building, it's just like the centre main
Important
area. Like, be
buildings.
it
Yeah. So around the train station on the one side, to the north of that, you have these like physically large buildings, warehouses and stuff like that. But then beside that, you also have like the general store, and buildings that people would frequent and call on, for living purposes. And that all seems to be kind of centered around the old railway station.
well, that sounds like a good as place as any.
So the railway station itself, there's a platform, train tracks. Some of the iron bolts for the sleepers and such have been like removed, but you can still see some of them remain in place. There's a big pile of old train carriages off to the side, just kind of lined up next to each other, and these are like made of wood, with just like iron rivets holding them together. They look very kind of like decayed. The paint's all peeling. They're various shades of like kind of rust red and a dark brown. And then the railway house itself is like a 2-story building. It's like 4 windows wide. And the windows will be like boarded up with like just sheets of wood over them.
And has there been any forced entry or such? Like, one of the panels has just been beaten out or torn off or something?
Yeah, with your 4, I think, yeah. You'll be able to see that around the side of the building, one of them is like being pulled back and left maybe like 6 inches wide open where the rear door was before.
Well, to be honest, I think Richard would probably poke his head in to have a look in the gap.
Sure. I mean, it smells... don't want to say musty, that's not right, because it's a very dry air here. It's
Dusty?
yeah, I'm trying to think of kind of sandy, dusty, you know what I mean? Brick dust or something. Kind of on the air, where the wind sort of kicked it up. But I mean, it sounds quiet. It's dark inside, obviously, because all the windows are blocked up.
I imagine it would be a sort of scent of decay because it is so like dry rot buildings, I guess.
Sure.
Just thinking if it's like been there for a while. Give me a second. I'm just gonna flip a coin in regards to what would he do. I'm doing a grim. He's going in.
He told you it works.
Now, Richard never mentioned a flashlight or anything like that when we were talking.
No.
So
no,
you're just opening that door as wide as you can to get sunlight in.
Yeah, he'll maybe try to get as much light into the place, but he'll pop in.
So I mean, you pull that wide open as you can, and the room where you immediately go in is quite a narrow room, brickwork. There is a gap where an interior door must have been before. It's been taken off the hinges. As you kind of like step in, this room's all illuminated, and it's just a rectangular room that's bare. And then you can see to the right hand side when you go through that doorway, that's like the larger inside area of the railway station. You can see that there's 4 benches in the centre, just kind of like parallel to each other. At the far end, you can see like the glass panelling of where people would buy tickets or like give notice, when they came in or leaving. And although it's dark there, there's enough light coming in from the one side that that's all illuminated well enough for you to see that quite clearly. So there is another door over that side where the glass panels and such are on the like left hand side of it.
Okay.
Is he? Are you the only one going in there? Is anyone following you in?
That's the thing. I was gonna offer like if there was anyone that went along with Richard, I think he would shout to them. But if he's on his own, he'd probably want to make sure that hey, if this is something interesting, he wants to at least check first before like saying, because it's a town of empty buildings. He's gonna look to see if there's something interesting first.
Sure. So you're over here at the railway station. Jeffrey and Betty, are you like all together? Are you all spread out? What's the deal here?
I feel like we'd be all together.
Well, when I see Richard dead, I'm like, Richard! I go and follow him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I just...
So you were
turn on my little...
you were together but a little spaced out, and then you see him go inside and you just like, run after him kind of thing. You just get into that building and that side, and when you get in there, Richard's already in the larger room with the benches sort of just standing in the centre. Richard, you can see there's like a mural on one wall, and it's like depicting like Western images, like cowboys and cattle, and there's like miners on the one side. There's like a big clock in the centre that just doesn't seem to be moving.
but nothing like untoward with the drawings and stuff. It just seems like, oh, this is like Western kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? Nothing it fits the area, so to speak. Like nothing
Yeah,
out of the ordinary.
the name escapes me, but the company that sponsored the town, its name branding would be like on a lot of the buildings, and especially in here at the railway station.
Like a company town.
It's like
right?
Ellison and Sons or something like that. Yes, it was definitely a company town.
Nice of you guys to join me. Just wanted to check, see if there was something interesting in here. So far, lots of benches if you want a seat.
All right,
Although,
let's
you
do
know,
it.
I don't know how strong they'll be. Maybe the termites have got to them.
There's a skittering sound from the direction behind the glass panes.
Ah, great. And we got critters. I imagine, like, I want to say, like, Richard will pick up something, like, sort of small and rock. Specifically, he's not in the position to, like, fight it, but more he's picking up the rock so he can, like, throw it in the general vicinity to scare it off, kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Just to give you an idea of what his body language is.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't be lying here. You'd backtrack a little bit and grab one from outside, sure.
Yeah. And then, you know, go check the glass area because, well, you know,
Okay.
better get rid of this vermin.
Yeah, so it's like
Varmint.
I mean, imagine it's like 3 like glass panels. The center one being that one with like holes in it that you would speak to the person through. And just like poking, trying to see through there. Maybe putting your head up against it so you can see through better because it's all kind of dusty. You can see that there's like a stool on the other side. There's what are they called? Like the pigeonhole kind of box setups where all the papers and tickets and stuff would be. You can see there's like a cashier's tray to the one side and one of those old like ink pad stamps kind of just like sitting there as well.
But no evidence of the noise critter or some sort. Just nothing really visible.
Nothing there, but I mean you could go around and open up the door and get a proper look inside.
To be embarrassing, he's gonna try and open the door, but he's gonna go like kind of like to sort of scare off anything that's there because he heard something.
As you turn the handle and the door opens very easily and just kind of like unexpectedly flies open very easily, and you like step in as you do that and make the noise, and there's it's something like skitters across the floor.
How was that? Well, I don't see that, do I? No, I don't.
Richard will throw the
Do I see
rock
that?
in the general direction of the skittering.
Yeah, you throw it at skittering and it just it lands in a bunch of like it looks like old like the old ticket stubs or papers that were used for like recording tickets and stuff. It's all like curled up and like as if it's been wet and then dried up again, you know what I mean? All like lying on the floor. And just like kicks up a whole bunch of them as you throw the rock at it.
There's some critter in here. It looks like it's made a nest of some sort. I guess it's harmless. It's I guess I'm hoping it's more scary to me than I am of it. But I didn't get it. Didn't get a good look at it either.
Ooh.
Richard will probably try and start looking in the opposite side of the room from the varmint nest.
There is like I'm trying to think what they're called. Do you know if you had like a fire axe and it would be on the wall, you know, like lined horizontally, and you would have it on like two like pegs to hang it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like sort of hook kind of things.
Yeah. There'd be a notice there saying like, you know, use in case of emergency, and the hooks are there, but there's nothing mounted on it.
Yeah, but I imagine like anything of value is long gone as well. Like
Yeah.
if the typewriters or some like writing implements, all of that's just gone. And
because
it's
you would
just
expect
debris
like a
left.
cashier's till here because you can see like the tray from it, but the till itself isn't there. The stool is really the only like furniture in here. You can probably see on the seat of the stool, which has been leather and padding, has obviously been like chewed away by like mice or something.
Yeah, there's nothing of interest in here.
Is
Just
there another door?
junk.
Betty, there's like the sound of like flapping, fluttering up the rafters, and like something like flies out of the roof above you.
What was that?
Probably birds.
Didn't sound like a bird.
Flap like a bird. Turns out to be a human head with wings.
It definitely sounded like a bird.
Okay.
As you exit the building across the street adjacent to it is the mercantile building for like general goods, and then besides that There's like a sporting goods store.
Man, this town seemed to have a lot going for it for it all to collapse.
Which I think they wouldn't have called it sporting goods though. I can't remember what the actual term would be.
Survival store, surplus store, something along those
Surplus
lines.
store is probably more likely. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Especially when there's military bases in the vicinity, I could
Yeah.
imagine a surplus store exists.
Although both of them are boarded up, they also both look like they've had boards like removed and then put back into place again very loosely.
What else can we see?
I think described the
check.
town a couple of times now.
You know, if the boards have been like removed and put back up, hey, maybe they're trying to hide something.
Alright, time to use this crowbar.
The general store or the surplus store?
General.
You get your crowbar out, you walk up to the thing, and you go to pry it open, and it just slides out of place as soon as you like try to pry it. It's not even nailed back into place. Someone has just like positioned it back over the window. The window itself is like been smashed open, and then they've obviously like used whatever instrument they've had to like clear the broken glass around the edges so they can climb in without being cut. So would you like to enter? You can see clearly into the store once you've removed the board because the sunlight will stream in. You can see all the shelving units, you can see the counter, you can see the shelving units behind the counter, and it all looks like empty. The floor is a kind of, not checkered, but like a patterned black and white tiling on the floor, which matches the wallpaper, which is on the three sides of the interior. On the right hand side there, the wallpaper is like peeling all down like the edges, all like crinkled and torn. You want to go inside?
Yeah, let's go inside. Let's try it.
Okay, Jeff, roll
let's do it.
investigation. You want to roll investigation, Jeff?
I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah, let me roll. Investigate. Do I need 2 or 1?
Just the one. Where you were in the Marsh house with them when they went in, yeah, with the scripture and stuff?
I think so, yes.
You weren't there in this, at the end of the session when they went in, but your character was there afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make me a stress roll.
No.
Yes. You keep it together. You walk in, or you hop in over the window inside. Wallpaper's all peeling on one side, and you turn to the left, and the wallpaper is there also, but someone has dabbed over the wallpaper, which is quite dark itself anyway, with like black paint, like a very dark coloured paint anyway, and they are like just with a very thick brush, they've just like like penned in scripture sentences, and it looks like the same kind of verses that you saw in the Marsh house, just sort of like written over each other haphazardly.
Ready there with me, or?
I'll be there with you. I'll be tagging along.
Yeah,
Like
we're all tagging along.
Ready, write this down. In real life and fake.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Excuse me, in game, not fake. Sorry.
I'm just looking at Daniel's journal here because he wrote down what the actual verses were. So like it says, a great company of the heavenly host appeared with the angel, praising God, and like angel and God are like emphasized. It says, and saying, glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests.
Alright, we wrote that down. What else we got?
I mean, there's nothing else here that stands out.
Yes, there is. That pipe is messed up. Fix.
I mean, a lot of the fittings and stuff have been torn out anyway. But yeah, I mean, the place has been ransacked. There's nothing else lying here. You can go into the back and there's like a storage room. There'll be like bits of broken crate on the ground. It looks as if someone at some point in the past has slept here. Just the way that it's like the blankets and stuff that are beside the wood.
You know what
kind
that
of arranged.
means? Waters.
So someone had slept here at some point in the past, but there's no telling how long ago that would have been.
By the way, hold on, I'm still listening. Just keep going. I mean,
Sure. Betty, is there anything you want to do?
No, I'm just kind of like wrote all this down.
Do you want to
so,
go into the
yeah.
next building, Betty? Like he's checking this one out.
No. his face sticking
Oh, you're
together.
investigative reporter.
Yeah.
After
Act like
you have
it.
checked this building, do you want to lead going into the next building, Betty?
No.
See, Richard's had one, Jeff's had one.
Yeah,
It's
I'm-
Betty's turn.
I'm okay with you not doing it. I'm just trying to give everybody a chance here.
Oh, I'm
You're
fine.
killing me. Oh my
You know,
god.
like, you know, at times you've got like the red dwarf scene where Lister is getting Crichton to orbit him because he doesn't want to be first or last.
I think more like Laura is just like a born Skaven leader. Right at the back of the ranks.
No, it doesn't want to be at the back of the ranks because that's where you get backstabbed.
No, the Skaven ones are just like their like culture is you lead from the back, you lead from the rear, furthest out of Hammer's Way. But Betty, you don't want to take the lead on the next building.
No.
I'll take the lead.
Yeah, it's only fair for Richard to take the lead in the next one. You took this one.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
I have my crowbar.
When you pop,
Richard has his notebook.
do you want to pop the window or the door?
Door, probably.
The door.
So this door has been like tacked back into place with a couple of nails, but it's not been done very well, and it's only a couple of nails. You're easily able to like, pry that open. The door has been like someone's hit it with something heavy, like a battering ram. It looks as if maybe it's been because it's quite heavy duty door. It's not got like glass paneling or anything like that, and it does have like iron bars on the interior to try and stop someone from like just smashing the wood piles open. But someone is obviously taking something heavy to the centre of it and putting a big dent in it, which has allowed them to burst it open. So once you get the wood off of it, the doors inside are like wide open. You can see there's like gun cages inside. You can see there's racks where things have been hung up before. You can see there's like tennis rackets and things like that still hanging there. Some of them busted and broken. A couple of them like intact. There'll probably be some torn and like as if rodents have been gnawing on it, like padding that you would have for maybe like American football or hockey or something similar. You can see like the cotton and stuff is kind of like being pulled out of it after the edges have been gnawed off. And someone has definitely looted this place because you can see that the doors for like the gun cages and stuff have all been like the locks have been broken off. So they've not just been left open, someone has like broken them open at some point. You can also find empty boxes of like shotgun cartridges. Like someone's just emptied out the cartridges and taken them and left the box there on the countertop. And there's like there's a few of them, there's probably like 3 or 4 boxes that have been emptied this way. I'll wait till he gets back. But once again, there will be writing painted, this time on the floor.
This is the best because what's called Sibby's sitting on my knee. She's so cute.
I would just say, did you hear me, Callum, or could you not hear?
I needed to go grab a water bottle and also Paul
Like
for me.
the gun cages and stuff in here, you can tell that they've been like busted open. The locks have been broken open, so they've been like actually looted. They've not just been like left empty open.
And you also said there was like sports memorabilia stuff.
Yeah,
Some of it's
sports
still
gear, and also empty boxes of shotgun cartridges. Like someone's tipped all the cartridges out and taken them, just left empty boxes scattered on the counter. And then there is the same sort of like writing that's been painted, just like madly all across the floor. This open like white tiled floor.
Oh, and this is like the same verse as what
And it's
Daniel
a
had recorded.
different verse, but same kind of like writing, obviously same kind of like paint. It says, "The voice of the archangel and with the trumpet call of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first."
Do you think there's a group of people that just enjoy like graffiti like this and just want to make it as spooky as possible? And you know, Richard will just say that out loud. Meta-wise, I have been in urban exploring, and the amount of people that write this shit in our buildings have been abandoned is absurd.
Yeah, because it's spooky.
I see you guys all agree with Richard's observation then.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
So what are you thinking
it's
at this moment, Betty?
I'm thinking that it's just abandoned, that somebody lived there and it's abandoned now. People looted it and it's just a abandoned city, place.
Did you write all that down?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining both Richard and Jeff just turning every so often to bed going, "Oh, write that down. That's good. That's good."
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, She's a journalist.
I
Do
put
we
that line in
notice
chat.
anything else? Do we
Uh,
notice
no.
So you put
anything
that
else?
line in chat.
Not in here. No, that's all you find in here.
I'm so enjoying my wee cat sitting on my knee. She's so cute.
Okay, so you've been in these buildings. You've been in another building. 3 in total so far. There's a whole lot of buildings in this town.
Okay, what's the biggest
let's-
one?
I think maybe, let's say like half an hour or so has passed since you've pulled into town.
What's the biggest one?
That would be like the warehouse building at the end of the north side.
All right, you two. Do you guys want to do that one last, or you guys just want to knock it out? Because there's a whole bunch of buildings here.
Well, I mean, we're only doing these
Yeah.
buildings because they're interesting. So if we got a reason to go to that one, let's just go to that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Okay,
thinking.
warehouse it is.
I was up to you. I mean, if you want to spend all afternoon going building and building throughout town, you can do that. We can just like montage skip it. Or if you just want to go straight to this other building or whatever, I mean, it's completely up to you guys.
Let's now actually let me recount that. Let's do 3 more buildings and then the warehouse.
Because we're not on a. Your characters are not in a time limit here, you know?
Exactly. That's why. All right, so 3 more buildings. Pick one. Did we already pick one, or?
I mean, we could
Where's the
just, we could just summarize, because if you said already you picked like the important buildings, the larger ones, the more prominent ones, the ones that are boarded up, the ones that aren't just like empty looking.
Correct.
I mean, you could just like prioritize those ones and spend the next hour or two just going through those, looking for clues. If that's what you want to do.
Yes, montage.
Yeah, I mean, so you're just going building to building, same sort of thing, prying it open, checking it out room by room. And it's the same story across town, more or less. Occasionally, obviously, the person has been in here and they've scrawled these verses. Sometimes it's in paint. Sometimes it's much, much smaller and it's just in pencil. Sometimes you find one, like an attic you come into for one of them. They've obviously stayed there for a considerable amount of time because the verses are like etched into the posts and the planks of the floor and deeply and many times over. So they've obviously spent a considerable amount of time in that one location. Why don't you all give them an investigation roll?
2 or 1? Just 1?
Just one, yeah.
2?
My brain
2 for
hurts.
you.
Brain hurts.
Well, I mean, you find what I'm describing, but there's not any like clear indication or a pattern to it. We'll see what Betty gets. Okay, if you want to get more than just finding, yeah, you'd have to do that.
I imagine, like, Richard is really tired and bored, and he's like found nothing, and he just kicks something. Something falls out on him, like a pigeon or something attacks him, and he falls onto something interesting.
So Richard, I mean, as you're like sneaking your way through town, following these, you start to kind of like, I don't know if maybe because you've got that whole navigation of towns like you were talking about, you're used to like working your way through places like this, and you can see the pattern emerging of someone who's like began in one area and sort of like moved from location to location, gradually spending less and less time in them, but the writing is getting more and more like erratic and crazed as the time is going on, culminating with them being in like the north end of town. And you find yourself in this like large warehouse building that you were eventually heading to, and you've kind of followed the same path that you think this person is spent as they've like lived in this town for a period of time. And when you get into the warehouse building, you're the first one to get in there, just eager to see what this culminates in. And when you open up the building, it's just like this big, large, empty space. And you can see that crosses, like the crucifix, is being like painted on the ground. All these like scriptures are being written all over the place in here to a maddening degree. And on the ground, there's like sigils that have been painted in a circle around this massive crucifix, and you recognize these sigils as some of the things that you had seen earlier that Daniel had said were like occult symbols, the triple pentagram and such. And it's on display here as if it's like some large like ritual space in this warehouse, had taken place previously. There's the smell of like copper in the air, and the dried blood on the like the spaces between the tiles on the floor. And then what really sets you off though is you like get to the head of this, where like a little altar's been set up with just some paving slabs like piled on top of each other and dried blood all over it, and just like this small pile of bones sat neatly on top of these paving slabs.
Oh dear.
Once more, someone with the really, really creepy shit.
Seems like he's been eaten.
But obviously your fear manifests in whichever way suits you, Richard, if you want to go ahead.
I would like to make a suggestion as well.
Okay.
I think that we should bring the bones, back to the car.
You're going to probably need to explain that for Richard as to why he would need to pick up human remains. Because, no, Richard is not doing that.
Yes, but we need to hand them in to the sheriff.
So what's
Why? Well, no. Richard will challenge you on that.
The
why?
identity of the person.
We go to the sheriff and tell him to go there. We don't pick up the remains and bring them to the sheriff.
Okay.
And imagine you're like yelling this at her. Like,
oh yeah, he's proper will be just screaming bloody murder and like really hyper aggressive. Like he's like proper like this is too much shit. This is going way OTT. Like it's like way out.
I mean, you're like looking around frantically as well, Richard. This writing's all everywhere, and you've read it over, every time you've seen it somewhere, and now it's repeating so much in this state that you're in that like you can almost like hear the voices like chanting it in your head as you're like spinning around in this space. Now, if you were to go to 6 stress, Richard, you would never recover. So after you kind of get over this period right now of temporary insanity, you will be able to score out one of your anchors and take a psychosis, and that will allow you to reset your stress.
Like the way I would do it is because it's one of his anchors is his first dollar he earned, and it would be using that probably because he's running out of money to buy Betty an apology coffee for basically screaming at her and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
he won't apologize, but he'll just buy the coffee kind of thing with that dollar.
Okay, well, you can do that when you get back to town. Yeah.
Yeah, just role playing.
Yeah, totally. I think I have a list of psychosis here. You can choose. And then so when you pick your psychosis, basically anytime you hit temporary insanity where your stress is increasing, that psychosis triggers and comes to play.
Okay.
I'm sure. Yeah, I've got a list of them here. So there's psychosomatic disability, where you can be rendered deaf, mute, or blind. I don't think that really sounds like you. Hallucinations, a phobia, a mania, paranoia, just instability, where you're like hysterical and reckless, numbed, where you become catatonic, vicious, where you become violent, amnesia, where your memory just goes blank and you just forget everything that's happened since the last time you felt safe.
I think it's either a mania or mania
yeah.
or the outbursts one.
I mean, just go with what makes more sense to your character.
Yes. I feel like the mania is the most appropriate one.
Described as a delirious state of obsessive compulsive behavior that overcomes you. Something that you're incessantly just have to do obsessively to try and get a gripping. It's a way of your mind trying to grab onto something to like anchor itself and make itself feel safe again by doing some sort of repetitive activity usually. But you can choose the exact nature of it.
I feel like his mania would probably have triggered in because he's like covered in dust or something. Like he needs to get clean. He needs to be pristine and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, I feel that so far as the mania, like he needs to achieve certain obsessive compulsive aspects.
Makes sense here. Dried blood, bones, and you're just like, you just like start like brushing your whole body over and over and over again, trying to get it off.
Yeah.
While you're yelling at Betty, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, kind of like an overstimulated situation.
Jeff, how do you react when Richard is clearly like losing his mind?
What the hell's going on with you, man? Why? What?
And then Betty, of course, you're like, we should take the bones.
Oh yeah, about that. I'm like, no, let's not do that. let's call the police and tell them about. And matter of fact, you do it, Betty.
Yeah, is there a phone box there?
There will not be a working phone box in this town, no.
Let's
Got
go and
it.
get the phone box. Go to the phone box in the town. Let's try to start driving.
I have one idea, but it's risky as heck.
I like it. Go for it.
Betty, you drive there and get the police. And
Okay,
I mean,
well-
Richard, do you want to stay?
No, I want to leave.
Do you want to stay, Jeffrey, on your own? Mm?
That was the idea.
I mean, you
Like
We're
I said,
going to stay on your own?
it's risky, but if you guys really want to get these bones out, then that's the only way.
He's only brought one truck as well, remember?
Exactly. That's why I said it's a risky idea.
Do you want to come with me?
You don't
For the
have
love
to
of God.
leave right now. You still got the mine you haven't checked out with the cabins.
Exactly. Okay. Write it down, remember it.
It's about
Let's go.
3 p.m. just now. So, I mean, it's still not... You've got another couple hours before it gets dark.
Yeah, and also I'm not 100% signed off on us splitting up because that's like really dodgy.
You mean you lose your meat shields?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not just about losing the meat shields, okay? It's about like any of us could something could happen to any of us.
Anyway,
so,
no, we're
yeah.
all sticking together. That was just the idea. But anyway, what's the next place we're gonna go in?
Well, what do you want to do about Richard? Because Richard is going to be in this temporary insanity state for a little while.
Richard, snap out of it! Snap out of it!
It's not something you just come out of quickly.
I feel like we should revisit and just first of all get the bone situation sorted and then, you know.
The reason why I don't want to do that is that I don't want these bones to be, evaporating out of nowhere.
Fair.
So my reasoning about taking the bones with us is quite logical. Yup.
No, because it still evaporate. I still don't think carrying bones is a reasonable thing to do.
Yes, I know.
Well, what
I
else
just-
is in? What else is in the bones? That's a better idea.
What else is in the bones?
Yeah, what else is in the bones?
Oh, well, why you roll investigation?
No, I'm good. Anyway,
If anyone wants to take a close look at the little pile of bones, they can roll investigation. Not Richard, obviously.
No, Richard ain't going anywhere
all
near
right,
those
Betty,
bones.
it's all up to you.
You're the one that wants to carry them.
And you got to be the detective.
That's not gonna and if nothing's gonna happen to me, or is it?
Sure.
If I look at the bones.
You'll only find out if you roll.
You have plenty of stress anyway. You don't really have to worry.
Especially when you
Yeah.
magically seem to recover stress.
Yeah.
Enough.
So investigation roll, Betty, if that's what you want to do. Brilliant. Make me a stress roll. You hold it together, mate. Clearly, these are human bones. That much is certain as you approach them. And as you gently take your finger and your thumb and turn them
Didn't
over.
take my finger and my thumb. I just used a stick.
Okay, you take your pencil that you've got and you just kind of gently lift and roll it over on the little pile. You can see on the underside someone has taken the time to inscribe the underside of this bone with one of the verses that is scrawled all over the floor and the walls, and they've taken time to carve it very carefully and cleanly into the bone.
Oh my goodness. Richard Jeffrey. The inscription is on the bones. It's human bones, and the inscription's
Write
on
it
there.
down.
It's the same inscription.
Clearly, also Betty, the ends of these bones have been gnawed upon.
And these bones, they've been gnawed. They've been...
You just hear Richard just yelling, nope, 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 as he's leaving the building.
You leave the building, Richard, into the sunlight. it doesn't bring you any comfort. You look around and this whole place just has the shadows are more prominent to you than the sunlit areas, and you're just imagining the depravity.
There's
of
bones everywhere.
Yeah, anywhere in this town there could be like piles of bones hidden beneath, the rubbish and the debris.
I imagine
I take a photo of the bones, because then I can, at least I've got proof of it. I'm just like taking a photo of the inscription, and then that means that they can come and collect them, and we have evidence.
Sure. What were you saying there, Callum?
It was just to sort of say, like, imagine Richard probably has a few moments, tries to get his bearings, get his faculties, doesn't succeed, and probably starts shouting that we, like, come on, we should get out of here, let's get something done, like, as in incoherent, like, come on, let's just go kind of thing.
Yeah, so you're
like,
out
inexplicable rushing kind of the thing.
Yeah, you're out there just like yelling basically, while Betty like carefully takes her time to get the camera out, because these things weren't quick. Make sure you get some light in here so it actually shows up properly, and then takes like some photographs of the bones and the little altar here.
I say to Jeffrey, like, this is going to be like good evidence for when we get back to that sheriff of things that have been happening.
You take your time. Sorry, you go.
I think we need to take Jeffrey. We need to take Jeffrey back and get him something to drink.
Take Richard back.
Richard back and get him something to drink.
We're going back?
Yeah.
I like this idea. It's actually bothering me. This idea is bothering me because... Okay, I have another idea. Ready?
Ready.
Go back to the truck. No, you can't have the keys.
And?
Betty, you're with me on investigating. Big brain. Right. What do you think of the idea? Bad? Good?
I think we can't leave Richard in the state that he's in, because Richard won't be able to like pure think straight at the moment. So I feel like we should go and then come back again later. Like, just go and then come back.
Sucks is that your idea is valid, because like
I don't think we should inform the sheriff right away. I just think we need to go somewhere, have something to eat, and then come back later. She's a hungry hippo, so yeah.
Fine, let's go. Damn it.
Well, I'm unclear. What did you want to do, Jeffrey? I just heard that you wanted to go back to the truck. And
What did you want?
See what you actually wanted to do.
Take Richard back to the truck, leave him there, and then Betty and I would investigate.
Oh, just leave him in the truck while you continue to search.
We could do that, and we could just lock the door so that he's okay, and he's just like in the truck.
Sorry, let me just explain. He's probably lock the panicking, nearly psychotic person in a vehicle. I feel is the dangerous thing to choose to do.
Yeah, that is actually right. Like, I think my choice about just like coming back at a later point to like
we
go get something to eat and we'll come back.
Okay, we get it. We'll go get something to eat. Let's go.
Okay, you can leave and come back if you want, but if you're doing it the same day when you come back, obviously it's going to be dark. If you take advantage of the light you have right now, you could check out the other place in the mine while it's still light.
That's why
we could do that in the morning though.
No,
you could come back the next morning if you wanted. Meta-wise, that's going to make it more difficult. Meta-wise, that's going to make it more difficult for me to juggle Swindle.
Exactly.
Oh, how's it going to make it juggle Swindle?
Because he can't disappear for a few days.
Well, I mean, he probably needs to be disappeared until the next day.
Yeah, I say we just go for it. Now, is Richard coherent to talk, though? I mean, are you okay?
Oh, he's coherent. He's just being quite irrational.
Okay, well, we just, like, drag him along with us, then.
Richard, listen.
How about we just go in?
Do you want to? Oh, my God.
How about we go into the truck, right? And then we have the truck outside the mine.
Yeah, leave him in the car. That's what you said before.
Yeah,
But
just
not
don't
leave him
lock him in the
no,
car.
No, I mean, yeah, but take the keys away because we don't want him to like
yeah.
just like drive
Leave you
without
there.
us. Yeah.
I've seen that movie too.
Yes, I've seen that movie 100 times.
So Glenn, what were you saying?
Yeah, I
Okay,
have a bottle of water in my bag, and
Okay,
I just
so-
give him the bottle of water, and I just go right. I'm like, right. Richard, just like sit here and drink the water, and we'll be
Oh,
back.
he would be a stroppy wee bitch. He'd be like, I'm not sitting anywhere. He'd probably like grab the ball aggressively out of your hand and then just strut out of the truck.
Minor notes: you wouldn't have a bottle of water. They didn't
Did
have
not.
bottles
Well,
of
a
water.
flask of water.
Yeah, you'd
then
have like a
a
canteen
flask.
or something.
Yeah. Right, come on then. If you're gonna come with us, Richard, then come on then. So we'll all just go.
Don't think Richard would be going in. I think he'd be
Alright.
still recovering from it. I genuinely don't think he would. He's
Right.
basically not. He's
Okay.
kind of out of commission. Still able to be talked to, but he's kind of out.
And I said I got pills in my bag,
you
for like calming down. Oh, do
No,
I
you
not?
You're not pulling out on me this time. You have no reason to be carrying around medication.
The walking fake pharmacy.
Yeah, you're not doing that again.
Well, sometimes people have that, don't they? To
When they
like
have
help
good
them
reason
sleep.
to, not just because you want
Right.
to have it.
Okay, right, okay, fine then. But I can give them paracetamol, can't I? Like, give them
Tylenol
some-
would be, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give them like that and that to calm them down, isn't it?
I mean,
That's a painkiller. That does nothing for panic.
Well, she just gives you anyway, because she's like, you're gonna have a throbbing headache.
okay, so you're taking the photograph, going outside, trying to comfort Richard somewhat, to calm him down a little bit, get him in the truck, and then take the truck up towards the mine. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you approach the mine where you can see like they've been digging out the side of the hill. So it's cut into these straight edges that are like roadways that you take going up. You can then see the large processing building where the materials would be fed in, processed, and output, and then taken away by trucks. And like I said, there's a couple of cabins, probably like 3 of them, dotted around the area. There will be lots of train carriages, like old cabooses. Some of them are in better condition than the ones that were down at the train station. You can see like the rails where they're linked, so they would take them down to the train station. The mine itself has a lot more of an abandoned look. I mean, it really looks like they've just downed tools and just like left it here, whereas the town people have like packed up and left. So it has that much more. There's something a lot more eerie about it because it's as if they've just left. And from the distance, when you get out of the truck, when you pull up, the cabins look to be in better condition than many of the buildings in the town. One in particular looks to be kind of like larger, which is set up at the highest point, which in the picture here would be the one you can see up to the top left there. It's just got a more prominent position and overview of like the whole area.
Be right back.
And there is a truck parked, not right outside that cabin, but like down the slope from it.
Okay.
Like a dark green coloured truck. I'm going to grab a drink while she's going to look back a sec.
Yeah, I think if you're here.
I'm here.
Yeah, I feel like it's just unlucky. Like I'm just out now for this because I've hit peak stress.
No, you're fine. You're actually playing your character. You're good. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to get you calm.
No, I think it's more I'm just playing it up, but I think for this session, until he's back and had a sleep, I don't think I can rationalize how he can like bring himself down unless he's like rested. If that makes
Exactly.
sense.
So, no, it makes total sense because I'm like, damn.
It's just an unfortunate dice roll, but that's what happens.
And look, I'm willing to stay there.
I think I can rationalize Richard just taking some time out to himself, because now that we've driven out to the mine, he's probably not seeing as much creepy shit, but he's probably still being irrationally best way I can describe it is probably extremely overstimulated. Is probably the easiest way I could describe it in modern words. But he's probably being very uncharacteristic and rude and just like storming off.
Yeah. We're just like, get back in the car then.
I don't think he'd be. I think stroppy is probably the best word I could say. I don't think he'd be telling you guys like, no, we should leave. He's like, he understands the thing that needs done, but he's in character. He
Just not in
wants
the
nothing to
mind
do with it.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's just
focused
not
in
in the
trying.
mind
Like
space.
he's way
Yeah.
too frazzled. Like his nerves are shot. So it's more like I'm trying to find a way to explain that I don't think rationally it would be sensible for him to go with you.
Yeah.
But I'm not stopping you guys from keeping going. I'm not like ending
Yeah.
the session by being a dick.
I have returned.
Hi.
Hello.
Ending the session being like we talking about.
I'm just saying, like, my character is frazzled, but in a way that kind of removes him for now, but not in a way that's like saying, like, no, he wants you to go take him back to the motel. It's more of a he can be about, but he's in a sort of safe spot.
Mm.
And he's kind of the getaway driver, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Okay, so Betty, I don't know if you heard that. I said they just came up and there's like the three cabins. One of them has more prominent position, overlooking everything, and there's a truck parked just kind of below the slope beside it, like a dark green coloured pickup truck.
Do we go over to investigate?
Yeah, let's do it. Dun, dun.
Do we see anything?
Yeah, so this cabin, you can see the windows, the glass is still in place in the windows. The door is still in place. There's no like holes in the roof. And in fact, it looks as if it's been like patched up, you know, like somebody's taken other bits of debris, wood, and kind of like patched up a hole in the roof and damage to the side of the wall.
Okay.
So as you pull up with your truck and you park right in front of it, down the slope from you, you can see this other pickup truck. And there looks as if there's like bags or something in the back of the pickup truck. So what do you want to do?
Do you want to check out the pickup truck? Yeah, I take a photo of the pickup truck.
Okay.
You had a camera all this time?
Just
Yeah,
take a photo of
because
the
I
bones.
remember, yeah. I did say that I was going to, you know, have that
Remember that.
there. Yeah.
Alright, so you get out of the car, walk over to the edge of the slope, and maybe like 10 feet down from you is where the pickup truck's sitting. And you take a couple of photographs of it. The wind blows past, kicking up some dirt and gravel. It's very peaceful in an eerie sort of way. So what would you like to do now?
Well, maybe
No
just
clue.
like get the torch and investigate the truck first.
Okay, you want to slide down the slope?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah.
Okay, Betty,
did
give
I-
me a roll with 1 dice. Non-investigation. Yep, you managed to expertly slide your way down the slope. It's just like gravel packed together. Very easy to lose your balance and just kind of like tumble down the 10 feet. But you managed to get down there no problem at all without even scuffing your shoes or your skirt. The truck door is unlocked and you're able to open it. There's like a pair of old shoes on the passenger side, like on the floor. There are some like postcards pinned to the sun visor. That's so you'll see at a glance. So what do you want to do?
Take photos.
Okay, you take a photo of the interior.
Then I take a photo of the license plate.
Okay, sure. It is a Nevada state license plate.
Okay. Notice anything like, is it familiar to me or anything like that?
It's an older model of truck. Not ancient by any means, but you know, it's not a new model. And the truck doesn't look to be in great condition. It's kind of rusted around the edges of the bottom, but yeah, I mean, it looks.
Do I see anything in the what's called the car bonnet as in inside?
Under the hood, I mean, that's just the engine.
Oh, okay. The what's called the oh my gosh,
Glove
my
box.
brain is yeah, the glove box.
Yeah, there is an empty carton of cigarettes and a Bible.
Okay. What about in the back?
So in the back of the pickup truck, which is obviously the open area, there looks like a bunch of like empty sacks. Also like an empty wooden box. There's some like old soda cans, old beer cans, and an empty whiskey bottle.
Okay. Okay, well, there's nothing here, so I just start walking back up again.
Betty comes back up the slope. Jeffrey.
What'd you see?
Well, there's definitely somebody in this truck because what's called the soda cans aren't old, and like there's empty boxes and things like that. So there's definitely somebody coming back for this truck. They could even be in the vicinity because the door was open, so they might even be what's called in that building there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to keep our wits about us.
Oh, shall we just continue?
Yeah, I mean, it's well lead because I've got the flashlight, so let's go.
The cabin are we talking about?
Yeah, to the next cabin.
Well, this cabin, the one you haven't looked in it yet.
Okay, we'll go into that cabin.
Okay.
Let's knock the door first.
Right, so you walk up, it's a solid wooden door. You knock on it, and obviously you can tell it's a very heavy door when you knock on it from the sound it makes. There's no answer. There is one window to the side of the door. It's quite small and positioned high enough so you'd have to get on your tiptoes to kind of peer in.
All right, time for you to do some work. I get on my hands and knees. I'm like, do your thing.
Okay, so like he gives me a wee lift up, and I what's called look in the window.
Yes, there we go. Okay, Betty. Just at a glance, you can see that it looks like someone sitting in a chair at the far end of the room. It's like one big room. There's like one side is like got like a stove and a sink. The other side, on the right hand side, would be a stove and a sink. The person in the chair seems to be sitting in the corner, far opposite you, and then the wall straight across from the window you're looking in from. There is a bed on the left hand side, and then there's like a writing desk and a chair on the wall directly opposite you. There's also looks as if there's like laundry, like a pile of laundry at the end of the bed. I say that's all the major shapes you can make out, even because the window's quite dirty.
I slowly get him to lift me down, and then I'm like,
Actually, all you had to do was just step down.
Go shh. There's someone in there. Someone in there.
Don't whisper too quietly, because then we can't hear you.
Okay, there's someone, and I'm doing it whispering.
Yes.
There's someone in there.
That means we go in.
But we can't go in. We have to knock again.
I don't do that.
They're sitting in the corner. It's quite weird.
They're standing away from you?
In the corner of their living situation.
Great. Oh, what's not scary about that?
Exactly. You've got in context out of the storyline, you've got to see that Betty, basically, in the town she stays in, men don't do that. Don't sit in corner all by themselves. They're always like out and about. And
wouldn't
just,
you like to know?
So she finds that really weird. She's like, this is really weird.
I'm like, no, that seems normal.
So
I had a bad day.
So let's knock again. Right, who was that guy's name again? Guy that said that he knew him?
Oh, you guys are the ones with the notes.
2 seconds, I'm going to find the notes. 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
That's a phrase that you hear in 2 seconds, and then 2 seconds pass, and then it's like...
Gary Webb.
Right? Yeah, if that's the name you think it is, yeah.
I didn't like that. It felt like low confidence.
There was Nigel, and there was Gary Webb, and there was Jeremy Jefferson.
Okay, do you guys remember who Gary Webb was?
It was that person over there that did stuff.
I feel like at this point,
Oh yeah,
this many
it
episodes
was
in,
like the Gary. It would be Nigel. It was Nigel.
Yeah, I think
it
this
was
many episodes in,
Nigel.
I'm going to stop like reminding you like people's names, stuff like that. It's going to
It
be
was
up to you to
Nigel.
remember.
It was it was definitely Nigel because Gary was
Okay,
the
so
first
what do you
one
want
and
to
then
do?
second one. So let's just say, right. So I just say to him, I'm just like, right, okay, we're Nigel's friends. Nigel wanted us to check up on him. Yeah. Okay.
I definitely shouldn't have given the American the name Nigel. Also, that's my fault.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's not
people
very
had-
American name.
People, well, I mean, maybe his parents were English. Anyway, so you want to knock on the door again? Do you want to do it more louder this time since there wasn't an answer the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, knock, knock, knock. Do you yell anything or say anything?
It actually goes knock, knock, knock. Crazy.
Or just knock, knock, knock.
Okay, so you knock loudly, and you wait.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
All right. Wait, is this the second time we knocked?
Yes.
All right.
I just say Ron Marsh.
There is no sound or answer.
So he looked like he was just sitting there, correct?
It's Nigel's friend.
You yell out, but there's no movement, no sound, no answer.
Nothing. No bitches. No nothing.
Okay, can we open the door?
Yeah, you try to open the door and the door is unlocked.
Wait. Okay, go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Okay, so I get the
But
flashlight.
you're in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Ron. I just keep saying his name.
As you
Ron.
open the door.
Yeah, as I open the door.
Okay,
Ron.
give me a stress roll. Betty and Jeff.
I'm good. Told you, man, I'm the definition of nope.
Betty is holding it together. Oh, so do you,
Man,
Jeff.
look,
You guys
I'm mad
solid.
about my damn wife, okay? Leave me alone.
Betty, Ron, you open the door, the flashlight comes on, and the flashlight goes like straight onto the body that is sat in the chair. A pair of like workers' boots, dirty denim jeans, like a red like leather body warmer kind of material, over like a crumpled light green shirt. And the space where a head would normally be, there's just like this spatter of dried blood and gore behind the chair on the wall. And you can see that a shotgun lying on the floor in front of the corpse.
Oh,
Okay, I take a photo
no.
of it.
no.
God, your Betty is my carb.
Well, Betty's being a detective, so it's good now.
You stand there for a moment,
Well,
Betty, and take the picture.
Yeah.
Well, we know where Nigel went.
Okay. Let's check the other what's called houses.
Or do you want
Yeah,
to check
let's
this one?
go. Yeah, I want to check this one.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
Wait, hold on. Just investigation. What am I looking for?
Clues!
Wait, did it go through?
Blues Clues.
It hasn't gone
Oh,
through
right,
yet, no.
right. I forgot to hit the check. Sorry.
Do you want to investigate as well, Betty? Oh, nice one.
Nice.
Okay, Jeff.
I
So
found
clearly,
lint.
from the body, the position of the shotgun, this guy is blowing his brains out while sitting in this chair. That much is very obvious. On the table beside him is a 3-page letter that he appears to have penned. I'm going to add it to handouts.
Is that in journal?
Yeah, I'll just make it available for everyone. This is the Marsh letter. It's 3 pages, handwritten. And then there's a transcript there, which is just it typed. If you want, do you want me to read it out?
Yes.
Either that, or you guys read it out.
Where is it? I can't see it.
You
Yeah,
might
okay.
need to close and open the journal or refresh to see it, but it is there. Marsh
It
letter.
pops up. It's called Marsh Letter. It's in
Oh,
the journal.
I should be able
it
to do,
appeared for me.
Show to players. I think that's what it.
Found it.
I can't see it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can't read shit on that.
Well, you won't be able
Unless
to
I'm not-
read the
Oh,
handwritten
Marsh
part.
Slater, I can see it.
There's
Yes, I
there's
can
a
see it. So G.
page called
Ronald Philip
transcript info.
Marsh hereby gives my final will and testament in this letter. I have not been of sound mind, but I am finally free. I think, and I must tell someone of what has happened, what has transpired these past few years.
11 years.
My daughter.
Wait. I'm going to read it because I can't.
11 years.
I can't have you
the
reading
past
wrong
11
words.
years, my daughter Mary Winston Marsh, immaculate and innocent, was violated by a man whom she described as small in stature and violent in what.
And violent in nature, whilst staying at Starchild Ranch as a guest of Miss Nordstrom
Laughing at me for?
and Mr. Lunt. For a time, I was angered greatly at this pair, to whom we had entrusted the safety of our only child, but I have come to forgive them, and to see that ultimately the forces being dealt with here are beyond that of man. Mary became pregnant, and to save her from a life of persecution, my wife and I decided the child would be given to an orphanage at the earliest opportunity, in secret, and beknownst only to us and our family doctor, Dr. Riley. The birth was as violent and traumatic as the conception. To speak of it even now causes my hand to tremor. I should spare you details, but know that Mary would have survived the birth, had it not been for the savage and beastly act of this thing we were to call grandson. This child, this creature that my dear daughter would have loved, was not of our kin, our race, our species. It clawed its way through her belly and began to devour her as we stared on, incapable of processing the act before us. Dr. Riley took action and cleared the beast from what remained of our dearest child before sealing it in a breadbasket. That would have been the end of it, as we silently agreed on what must have been done with the thing, but for what happened next. It spoke English, plain and clear, as it had been amongst us for years already. God may work his wonder in many a strange and mysterious way, but I fear it was the trauma of our daughter's sickening demise that stunned us into submission to the creature's subservience. Riley could not bear the guilt, and moved away soon after, while my wife and I lived as in secret, as guardians to this abomination. Not only did it speak with the experience and reasoning of a man, but it sang as a choir of angels, filling us both with a heightened sense of salvation and comfort. Samuel, he told us, was named, denied any godliness to his being, but my wife assuredly, and I begrudgingly, accepted him as an angel, most powerful and devastating, falling from heaven. It was not 2 years from the date of his birth that I found Samuel hunched over my beloved Diane. He claimed she had passed suddenly in the afternoon, but with her flesh still between his needle-like fangs, I knew different. We had been feeding him red meat from the butcher or roadkill procured on my daily back and forth to earn a living as best I could, while Diane watched over him, and now I realised he had matured to the predatory beast of his inherent nature. I stayed my fear, and was not allayed by his heavenly singing that evening, when I plotted to end this nightmare. I brought him here to Rhyolite, a place abandoned and without prying eyes, a place I could kill him. Samuel went along, for surely he knew he could not stay in Beatty, and was for all things sympathetic about my loss, although not in the least remorseful. He was still a child, and a small one at that, but grief tempered my resolve, and I cast him down a mine shaft one night. I was not surprised when he failed to perish. The shaft is deep, vertical down some 100 feet or more, and ends in a rocky floor. The walls are smoothed and unclimbable. I covered the opening with a metal grate and hoped he would starve or die of thirst. When I returned a month later, he had not. Appearing calm, Samuel spoke to me as if nothing had happened, but he demanded I continue to care for him. This angel, or demon as it may be, could not die, I thought. What could I do but keep it sated? If it were to grow ravenous, it may somehow escape and devour Lord knows how many innocent people. And so I resigned my life to its care, bringing it flesh when I could, while keeping the visitors and trespassers clear of his prison. It has been 11 years, I have been insane and back again to sanity more times than I care to count. I have sinned so damnedly that I know I am beyond redemption in the eyes of the Lord. It is only now I can free myself of this mortal burden. However, as 4 nights ago, Samuel stopped speaking, stopped singing. He has not escaped as far as I can tell. Perhaps he has died down there? I dare not venture down, lest it be a trap and he escapes. I am sure of it, and I am so very tired that he is no more. Please forgive me for abandoning my post should he still lie there. If he does, then extinguish him with the most zealous of acts. I do not seek forgiveness for my sins, O Lord, but I do dearly wish to see my Diane and Mary once more before the fires take me. Please God, grant me that. Ronald P. Marsh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think let's get out of here.
No, we're still investigating.
His
Well,
letter
I think-
is dated
I think-
Sunday the 27th of February.
What to do?
Do you have any more firearms in the house?
There is also, because your investigation role, you discover the shotgun shells, a couple of handguns, and a small wooden box filled with straw and 4 sticks of dynamite.
Okay, let's take all of these with us.
Well, we're gonna give it to the police, cause
Yes.
okay.
While you're out there in the car, Richard,
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
what are you kind of occupying yourself with while they disappear into the cabin?
I feel that initially he would have been probably picking up rocks and throwing it at like a bush nearby or something.
Okay.
Just sort of trying to earth himself
Mm-hmm.
and trying not to think of what he saw. When he's tired himself out and the moment he goes to like sit in the car just to find somewhere to sit down or something, his head will probably immediately snap back to it, and it constantly is. As soon as he starts to relax, it just flashes right back into his head.
This heightened state of anxiety that you find yourself in begins to ease as you hear the soft, melodious singing, like a choir of schoolboys coming from the distance. You can reset your stress back down to 1.
As in, I have 1 stress.
Yeah, because that's the lowest
Okay.
you'll start with.
Go. I feel like with that, he'll like sort of he'll probably think that was coming from the radio of some sort, and he'll probably just start trying fiddling with the radio, shake his head, take a deep breath, and probably close the door and start heading towards the mine.
Sure. Without even really realizing it, you find yourself outside the entrance to one of the shafts. The singing is stopped.
He pauses for a second, turns around, looking where he's came from, going, "That's weird. I don't remember walking this far." And I guess he can see the car in the distance,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Okay," and right. And he shakes his head again and goes into the shaft without a second thought.
Okay.
And you'll start shouting for Betty and Jeff. No, he doesn't have a torch.
Yeah, it just wanders into the dark mine all by himself. Great.
I don't imagine he would go terribly far, but he'd go in until he can't see anything, and then he just keeps shouting, and then eventually have to come himself back out again.
So you guys find this letter which you read. What do you do next?
Pick up the weapons, because that's what
Mm-hmm.
said. I go and put them in the car, back
This
of
is
the truck.
shotgun shells, some
Yeah.
9mm, and a pair of handguns. I don't know if they'd be 9mm actually. Probably
Wait,
22.
wait, I stopped.
yeah, like revolvers or something.
I stopped.
38.
I put each one down. I'm like, take a picture of all of them.
Yeah, I think Betty took a picture of them first anyway.
Yeah.
Do you take in the box of dynamite as well?
Yes.
How you say it, man? It scares me. You take that as well? Huh?
I just want to be clear on what's where. Yeah, grab those, take them back out to the truck. The truck doors open, and Richard is not in the truck.
Damn it, Richard!
That boy.
You turn around just in
you can't
time
wait.
to see him like disappear over one of the slopes in the distance. It's like
Gosh.
it'd be like a 30-second walk or a minute walk.
Yeah.
I put the box
Let's-
back in there. I hand Betty a gun, and I take a.
You got a gun as well, and then we go and.
No, you do.
Okay, I got a gun, and I've got the flashlights from. We're going.
Flashlight,
to-
revolver
right.
for Betty.
Yeah.
Just wondering, which one's more worrying for Jeff? Betty with the gun or the weird, creepy things?
Well, I'm just like, so no one's grabbing the dynamite. You're leaving that in the truck, and you're leaving the shotgun. Yeah, I just want to be clear. I just want to know what you've got with you. It saves arguments later.
Maybe we should take some dynamite in case like that thing, and then we can throw the dynamite in there so it like blows up.
Oh no!
Tell
I
me
think
what,
we
you,
should
tell
take
me
the
what you're
dynamite.
taking, because you'll need to run after him.
Okay, I'm gonna say
it's
this
not
again.
just we don't know if that's
Oh,
if
fucking
there's
hell.
anything crazy. Sorry.
What?
As I was saying,
Yeah.
I put
Sorry.
a box up, and I give Betty a weapon. I'm like, is that all you want? What else you want?
Maybe we just don't take the dynamite.
Okay. So
So that could be tricky as well, if like, because then we could just end up like be on fire, and then the dynamite goes kaboom on us. So
we don't know what's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're choosing to
I wipe
leave.
out the shotgun, and then I go.
Yeah, we've got a shotgun and we've got the extra bullets.
You've got a handgun, and you're taking the
Yeah.
shotgun, Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shotgun, some shells,
Have gloves on.
handgun, some
Yeah.
bullets. I'm just assuming you've got enough ammunition for whatever.
Yeah.
And you leaving the dynamite in the back of the truck. Okay, that's great. And then you jog after Richard. You come round the slope to the entrance to the mine. You can hear his echo from inside as he's like yelling out for you.
That man.
Richard, keep talking.
Where are you guys?
In fact, stop moving. Just keep talking.
Oh,
Richard, you have wandered down the mine shaft. Your hand out in front of you, the other hand against the wall. The wall is like rough and uneven. This is not like, I mean, you wouldn't have experience, but like this is not like a mine that has been well used. This is like an exploratory shaft or something that's been hewn maybe into something that was already naturally here. It's very rough and uneven as you like work your way along in the darkness. Not sure why you're like yelling out and going in there on your own in the dark, but there you are. And just as you hear Jeff like shouting back from the entrance, you kind of like half turn and your foot like bangs against something metal on the ground, and it's like kind of a clang, and you almost trip over it. In fact, give me a roll of the dice to see if you do trip over it.
sure.
How about
Sorry.
no? Maybe we did.
Yeah, you do not trip. You just like bang your toe into the edge of it.
Hey, go fuck! Poof! Bang! What the fuck?
Do we hear that?
You probably hear the clang of the metal, yeah.
The hell was that?
Ah, fuck my foot! Ah, Jesus! He
Told you
probably
stop
like,
moving.
probably try to reach to sort of feel out whatever it was that he kicked.
Okay, you want to get your hands and knees to feel it?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's in the pitch black. He wants to kind of figure out what the hell this
You
thing
carefully
was.
get down, you reach out, and you can feel there's like the edge of a metal frame, and then like metal mesh.
He tries to pull it up if it's secured to the floor or something.
There's a little give to it. It's very, very heavy. There's a little give to it, but yeah, it's definitely been like held down, strapped down, or fastened to the ground somewhere.
Sort of, pushes at the mesh a couple of times, kind of thing.
Seems solid, yeah.
Just to get an idea, like how big it is, he'll probably just push. When he's pushing in the mesh, he's trying to like figure out how big it is, until he touches maybe like the edge of the frame.
Sure. I mean, you got your hands stretched out as wide as you can, and you can't touch one end to the other.
Give me a second. I think it's fair to say, with this kick, he doesn't really know where he was. Like, if this was in front of him or behind him, if he accidentally walked over it. I think it's very safe to say, in the pitch black and the confusion, the shouting, he's now lost the wall. Like, which one that he was holding on to figure out which way he's going. Right. I think that is very fair. And he's going to walk the opposite direction from it. Because he doesn't know what so I don't know which way. If he could potentially have already walked over this, right? Because you said it's quite solid, and he could have potentially tripped into the frame on the other side, or that was in front of him. He doesn't know, but he thinks he hasn't been on it, so he's gonna walk the opposite direction from it, thinking maybe that'll take him back out.
Okay, yeah. You start to like back up, and very quickly you back into the wall.
As in, I'm in a dead end. Or what feels like
Well,
that.
I mean, you're disorientated because now you're just like, you've backed up and you're against the wall, like a couple of paces back. And you're like, I am kind of lost.
I told you, stop moving.
Which way are you guys?
Just keep talking.
We're coming.
We'll find you.
Yeah, we're coming for you.
Oh wait, I think you're this way. And he'll start stumbling towards. He's in a panic, right? He'll start stumbling towards.
I'm just like pissed
One
off
of the
at
ways.
him because I'm just kind of like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what if we took like the woman, because she's quite strong, Betty, and she's just like, Jesus, why we took this guy with us.
Give me 1 second. This cat is on my fucking keyboard.
Suspense
Meow,
cat.
motherfucker, meow, meow.
Did you put her in the hole then? Because I just heard that.
I don't know. It's like, anyway.
Did you put her in the hole?
Yeah, I just closed the door. Yeah, I mean, you can hear, although it's echoey, you guys can definitely know the direction that he is in. You've got a flashlight. You can see that when you go in immediately, the tunnel goes along and then it splits off into like 5 different directions. But he's certainly going down the center one, judging from the sound of his voice. When they're yelling back, Richard, because of the echo stuff in the room that you're in, it's probably a little more unclear exactly where it's coming from, although you've got a general sense of the direction where their voices are coming from.
Oh yeah, he'll head that direction. That sounds the right way. Like, he'll start shouting, like, I think you're this way, guys. I'll head towards you too.
Okay.
No, we go like that. I just go, no, you just stay where you are. Stay
Yeah,
where
that's
you
not
are.
gonna work.
Are you crawling, kind of half crawling, Richard, as you're trying to feel your way around this thing?
No. Can I roll a dice? And on a 6, he's hitting his head off the top of the thing.
Yeah, okay.
Because he's in a panic. He's in this sort of very bizarre situation.
Well, yeah, give me a 1 dice roll. We'll see. Okay.
Okay, right. But he'll be trying to like stand and sort of.
Okay, you start to
hunched.
walk, Richard, but then obviously there's grate on the floor. You're like, maybe I don't want to walk directly over it. And you find your way like walking around the edge of it instead and trying to work your way around background there. And as you do, you get a sense of the scale of this in the chamber you're in. But I mean, it's only a few moments before they're in the room with you with the flashlight, and you can see that this is a very large open chamber with this massive like grill over the center of the floor. I have a picture here, but I don't know if it's like very representative.
Significantly bigger than this.
Yeah, it'd be way bigger than this. I don't know why I've done this. It's like a tunnel. It's not like a tunnel. It'd be like one single room. But there's like one big thick chain hanging over the center from the ceiling, and it's attached to like a winch ratchet kind of system with a big massive metal hook on the end of it. And this big metal grate has got like a kind of trap door bit in the center of it that you can see is padlocked shut. And roll around the edges of the grating, it's been fastened, nailed, secured, bolted into the floor itself. But the grate itself is covering a massive opening in the floor.
Oh, this is Oh, gee, this is a lot bigger than I thought. Whoa. Because obviously with you guys with the light, it's just like, woof. Oh, hi. I'm guessing you guys didn't come down here.
What?
I thought this is where you guys went.
Oh, what's this place?
So where did you get them? You're pointing at the shotgun and pistol.
Oh, we found them.
Right, let's get out of here.
For the moment, let's go.
Did you
Like
find-
dragging him, I'm like dragging Richard away.
No,
and
no, no,
just
no,
like,
no, no. No, you're not.
Yeah, well,
No,
okay,
no, you're not.
Yeah.
You are not a strong enough woman to lift a man.
Like,
I take him by the hand and just yank him. Like, really?
I'll
No,
ask you to help as well, Jeffrey.
No, wait, what? No, I heard the chiming coming from that thing. These sort of like voices. He's pointing
What
at like
thing?
the pit thing. Yeah, like there was voices down here. I thought it was you guys.
Okay, that sucks. So you want to go down there and check it?
I mean, you've got torches. Can we just look through the grate?
You know what? Since we're here, you're right. Let's go.
Can you give me investigation with 2 dice, Jeffrey, because of your mechanical knowledge?
Do this. Mechanical knowledge. Activate. Okay, investigation. Oh,
Ooh.
Glancing
Well,
around the room,
maybe.
Jeff, I mean, like I said, there's a chain, and it's like a ratchet pulley system that's attached to. You can see at the side there's like a big massive coil of chain wrapped around this like lever that you can turn like a winch. Clearly, it's made for like winching things up, down into this hole and back up again. It looks, although it's like old and worn looking, clearly it's been oiled and maintained. And it, you can tell just by looking at it that it's something that's been used recently.
Looks like someone was down here. Done it again.
There is also, I don't know if you would actually know what that is, but they have a thing where like when they want to lower somebody into like a shaft, it attaches to the hook that you see here, and it's just like a little small round platform. It's almost like a single person cage, but it's only comes up to like your waist, so you could kind of just like sort of stand, half sit in it, while you hold on to the chain and while it lowers you. That would be like off to the side of the system as well.
Wow, guess what we're doing? And you're
Is
gonna
this-
help.
But
Wait.
you want to
Alright.
shine your flashlights down there to see what's down there.
So Richard doesn't know what you guys found with that memo. He just thinks we're in an interesting cave with an interesting thing in it.
Oh, let's interestingly just figure out what's interesting down here.
Yep.
Uh,
That is
That's what Richard's focusing on.
that hole is deep enough that your flashlight does not extend to the bottom.
Well, there's that. Any ideas?
Why is there a
Oh.
hole this deep in the mine after
Yeah.
that
Where?
cave? And of course, he'll point back, saying, like, why is it this
Well-
big and that entrance hole that
there's
small?
well, there's something down there because in the letters it said that there's something down there.
Wait, what did you guys find that talks about something in a
Oh,
big
right.
black hole?
And I hand him the letters.
Don't hand him the letters. Just tell him what it is, because we don't want to hand him the letters and him losing the letters.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Yeah,
And realistically,
yeah.
Richard would just sort of like try to read them in the pitch black and then hand them back, going, I can't read this, it's pitch black.
Well, anyway, there was something that happened to him. Talked about some child singing.
Sorry, there would also be a lantern at the side with all the cage equipment and stuff like that, as well as like a mining helmet and old mining tools that would just be like left there in a pile. So pickaxes, chisels, things like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Stuff that you will die.
Betty has a lighter, so she would be able to light the lantern.
Light up the way.
I just like inform him. We know that there's some what's called flesh-eating cretin that stays in here. like, why do you want to go down here?
Hold up, I didn't know there was no flesh-eating critin in here. How would you expect me to know what's down here?
Yeah, you're not giving them the full story.
Well, wait, why are you blaming Jeff? Both of you know this. What are you hiding, Betty?
I'm not hiding anything. I'm just saying that like this creature eats human flesh, and what's called Jeffrey's gone off his nut and is decided that we're gonna go down and get what's called and meet our
What?
maker.
Jeff, is she
Translation.
right?
No, she's just scared. You know how she is. Always scared.
I'm not scared. I'm just saying, why would we do that and go and what's called with Samuel? All we're gonna do is get like a beast. He's not gonna have anything. There's not gonna be any clues or anything like that. He's just gonna be him that we're like fighting. Why do we want to do that? Let's
say
just
this
go
from-
back.
This is an in-character point. Richard will just turn back and go, "Oh, you're scared of the dark too. Fair enough. That makes more sense." So, Jeff, you want to go down the hole?
I don't know.
I don't know if what Jeff is thinking of at this point is the last paragraph where it says, please forgive me for abandoning my post should he still be there. If he does, then extinguish him with the most zealous act.
Well, let's go. If what's good, well, let's go and get let's go and get the dynamite then.
But you don't know.
What? Now that sounds.
But you don't know if he's down there.
Well, we may as well just like, if that's the case, we may as well just go get the dynamite and then at least we know.
I'm not any form of miner, but I feel like taking an explosive into a sealed space like this is quite a dangerous idea if we don't know what we're doing.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I don't think we should go down there. I think we should, like, there's nothing we can do.
I mean, I'm not telling you guys what you need to do, or you can just walk
No,
away right
I
now
think
if
you're
you
not
want.
telling us to do
But I'm
because
saying,
there's
like,
no point
you don't
in...
really need to phrase it about us and we going down the hole, because only one person can go down at a time on that thing anyway.
Well, it won't be me.
Glenn, let's strap her in.
No, let's not do that. Anyway, Richard, do you want to go?
You're gonna put the crazy person down the hole.
Hey, he's all willing.
Right now, actually, you're probably struck by the fact that Richard actually seems extremely calm in himself compared to just a short while ago.
That's why I asked.
No, he's not
So,
speaking,
Richard.
he's not panicking, he's speaking very clearly and calmly. Even in a very scary situation where he was in a mine in the pitch black on his own, he didn't sound panicked.
Once again, do you want to go down?
No.
I'm asking Richard.
Yeah, Richard will have furrowed his brows. Like, we're already here in a deep, dark cave. This isn't exactly much further.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think we should just go back. We've got all the evidence and everything. Let's go back.
What evidence? We're like, he gestures towards the hole. Like, there's a giant hole, and you think this is enough evidence? Don't you want to know what's down the hole?
What's called Betty just goes like that, wax.
Wait, what's this
wax
strong
him on the
investigative
face.
journalist that you were talking about earlier?
She whacks him on the face and she's like,
She likes
"Snap
to
out
live."
of it." She's like, "Snap out of it." She's like, "Snap out of it." And she's like, whoosh.
I imagine just Richard just sort of just leans back slightly and just gently dodges the blow. Like, what is this in order of? I'm fine.
Okay, Richard, roll me a dice. See if you avoid
After
a
all,
slap.
if you get slapped, yeah.
Slap.
Okay, it connects, yeah.
Damn.
What happens when I slap him? Like, does
Just a loud slap hits his cheek, I guess.
Ow!
He's a bit startled. Like, ow?
Yeah.
Why?
This will happen again. Get out now. Going.
Bay, you're seemingly quite
No, we're
hysterical. I
going-
think you need to calm down.
No, we need to. We need to go. We have all the evidence here. I want to go back to the sheriff and get this all sorted.
Richard will look at Jeff
Honestly, we are kind of done, and we're so not ready for that hole, even though I want to go in.
So I want to go in. You want to go in. She doesn't.
That's fine, because I mean, only one of you can go down there at a time anyway. So Betty, you don't have to go. You can just stay up top.
Eddie, you want to give him the gun? Because I don't think we're going to change his mind.
Oh no, he's on his own.
Right.
You're not going to give him the shotgun?
No,
I
he's on his
mean,
own.
No, you've got the handgun. Jeff has the shotgun.
You've got a gun, yeah.
I mean, you could also just go back and get the other handgun or dynamite if you wanted.
that's
Okay,
what I'm
let's
gonna-
go. Why don't we just go back and get the dynamite and then just
Just
throw it
totally
down there? Yeah, that's what we do. We just go and we get the dynamite and throw it down there. We've got the lighter. We just do that. Get the dynamite and
Richard.
and get the other gun.
if I get the other
Jeff?
gun, are you going to stay?
We just
No,
go
actually, you come with
together
me.
as a no. We're all
Eh,
going
oh my
together.
God.
All going together. That's what we do.
Okay, Richard, let's go back and get you another hand weapon and go.
Well, I
Wait,
love how
oh
you
my-
just say just Richard. You always do this in the film.
Yeah,
It's
but-
always to pair up,
No.
and you always like leave
No.
me out.
That's not what he's saying, Laura. He's saying, come on, Richard, let's get you a gun.
All right, okay.
Go get you a gun and then we'll go down.
So, short trip back to the truck. You get the other handgun, some bullets. Anything else you want to grab?
I guess Richard will probably ask, do these work?
Yeah.
Let's get the dynamite as well. Take the
I
dynamite.
hold his hand up. I'm like, don't point that at me, please.
Do you want to leave anything in the truck so you don't lose
No.
anything?
No,
Like
we just take everything.
leave the letter or camera or anything like that?
No, I'll just take the letters that are in my bag.
Okay.
I feel like Richard will leave his notebook and stuff like that. Like it's pitch black. Like he's not much going to be doing much writing in there. Like he'll take out anything that's relatively like cumbersome from him. So he's probably going to like take off his jacket and things.
Roll up his
Hey, Richard's
sleeves.
ready.
You come back in, make your way back down there. The lantern is illuminating the area in a soft candlelight. You have your flashlight.
All right.
First problem presented to you is the padlock on the trapdoor in the centre of the grate.
Could we use the mining tools to pry it open?
You can indeed. Roll 2 dice.
Wait, we're all there, or?
I'm assuming you
Yeah.
are, Betty. You don't have to go back in there if you don't want to.
Yeah, but then probably the A thing is going to be there. So
Actually,
Whatever.
Betty, it'd be wise to actually for you to stay, but you have all the equipment to actually.
I was just going to throw the dynamite down the shaft.
Fuck you!
I
So
don't.
I was just gonna just do like, and then it's like kaboom.
Okay, I tell you what,
could
you're
be
gonna be
plan
on
B.
standby. Yeah, you be on standby. Do you want to stay up? Yes or no? Because I have an idea for you.
Well, I'm just gonna throw the dynamite down the hole.
How about you
That's what I was
don't?
gonna do.
I'm gonna ask you again. Do you want to stay up the hole, or do you want to
Oh.
follow us?
Or stay at the truck.
I thought we were going. I thought we were gonna just have it that we're like gonna just like, what's
No,
called?
so I imagine
Hey,
Betty has one
Are you
idea, but
staying up the hole? Are you coming with us?
Well, I suppose I need to come with you, wouldn't I? So
you don't have
Okay.
to.
You don't have to.
We are not forcing you to go down the scary
yes,
hole.
but then we're separating, and I know how like this is gonna turn out. It's gonna be nobody's gonna be in there, and
Well,
it'll be me being in the
instead
car,
of- How
do you
and
know?
then it'll be like the
Instead
the
of
creature
meta
thing.
decision, why don't you
Okay,
just do what
yeah,
your character
thank
would
you.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my character would go down with them, wouldn't
Because
they?
you're all.
Forgot him
So
in.
far, Betty has not freaked out at anything, I don't think.
Yeah.
She's very low
Exactly.
stress, she's very confident, and she's kind of excited about
Yeah.
the mystery. So I don't think Betty would shy away from it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I think she'll do
Be
that.
cautious and careful, but I don't think you would shy away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
an actual,
Okay,
journal.
so we grab that stuff, including the dynamite, just in case. We go back inside. You get up to the grate. Richard, you pick up one of the mining tools, the pickaxe, and swing it a couple of times, trying to smash open this padlock. And then you have the idea to just kind of like pry it because obviously you get a lot of leverage with a pickaxe because they're quite large, and you're able to just like snap off that padlock from the door. With some effort, you're able to like lift up the trapdoor section in the middle of the grate and fling it open. And there's a slight sense of vertigo for a moment as you're standing on the edge there, peering down into the abyss.
Out of curiosity, he's probably gonna like take the destroyed lock and go, I wonder how deep this is.
I actually wrote this somewhere, but I think... Give me 1 second. Yeah, you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hear clank as it hits the bottom.
Well, that's one hell of a distance down there.
Yeah.
Can you give me a dice roll to see if offhand your character actually knows what that calculates to? No. Unless you want to do stress reroll.
I don't think. I think so. I think he's. It's the curiosity would get him more, so he'd rather like try to find out himself rather than like try to like stress himself to think about it.
Yeah.
Like his idea was be okay. Well, time to go down the hole.
So you haven't heard anything else apart from the clank of that hitting the ground. No other sound at all has occurred while you've been in here. So you've not heard signs of life.
Also, just out of curiosity, is there any wind or such? Just is it totally still?
There's no
They can
wind.
put
There's
hand
no
over the
wind,
hole.
no draft.
Hey Jeff, shall we get that basket tied up? I don't know why I looked off to my left when I said that.
No. I
Yeah,
like that.
character, that's it, man.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do that.
Okay, so you just get that, it hooks onto the hook, and then there's a couple of more fastenings that reach up around and connect and tie onto the chain above, just to make it doubly secure. There's also the option of, like, there's a smaller chain that you can run, attach to the lever, run off and hook, and bring it down, so that it would be possible for a person in the cage to use the smaller chain to pull on the larger chain and to lower themselves and pull themselves up. So you don't.
My brain is struggling to process that, but I'm guessing it's like an attachment to.
Yeah, it's like a smaller chain that attaches to the lever pulley part of it, and it just basically allows them to pull that themselves while they're in the cage. So you wouldn't need somebody there to rotate the lever to lower you down or pull you up. You could feasibly sit in the cage and do it yourself.
No, Richard would be sensible enough and think that would be a good idea to maybe have as a fallback.
Yeah, that's exactly why it's here. It's in case something happened to the person that was manning it, so they could actually pull themselves back up again. And there's also going to be like an attachment on the side of the cage to hang like a lantern on, or tools or things like that.
Oh yeah, like we should pimp out this basket as much as possible.
All right, I'm right behind you. Let's do it.
Okay.
I also want to like maybe imagine that we test it out for weight first. And make sure everything.
Sure. Okay.
So support weight and things.
You rig it up. You put the lantern on it. You take a couple of the big heavy pickaxes, just set them inside it, and just do a practice kind of down and up a few feet, and it seems perfectly sturdy. Jeff, with your mechanical expertise, I mean, you're like, this stuff has been maintained. It's been oiled. Rust has been removed. It looks solid.
Right, Jeff. While I find this incredibly scary, I think you're the more sensible person to be up here.
Really?
Oh, you're a mechanic. This is mechanical. If something goes wrong, you're also, and he like flexes his own arms like you're stronger than me.
Yeah, I'm willing to stay up here. Shit.
Oh.
So I'm to understand,
the basket.
Richard is getting in the basket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeff is going to be lowering him, and Betty, you are on standby, ready to shoot or flee or toss dynamite. Correct?
Yes.
That's perfect. Let's do.
Okay. Jeff, you begin to lower Richard in, and Richard, you could descend down into the darkness. Just the dim light from the flashlight above, giving you some light, and then the lamp hanging on your little cage, just kind of giving that kind of soft candle glow.
Before we go too much, what you did say before, there was some mining helmets that had lights on them.
Oh yeah.
Was there more than one of them?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I want to imagine Richard has one on.
Yeah.
Okay. Just before we get too far in, I just wanted to check with that.
I don't know how far
Okay.
down you want to wait before you turn it on, save battery or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But you would check it works first, obviously, and it'd be fine.
Yeah. I imagine probably when he starts to get out of reach of the lantern from the hole, he'll probably turn it on so he's like more visible himself.
Yeah. So it goes down. The opening at the top is quite large. It narrows a little bit as you start going down, but it's not like tight, uncomfortable narrow. The wall looks very smooth. It's obviously been bored, with a machine of some kind or apparatus of some kind. And you start lowering down. Quite a distance before there is a change in the atmosphere around you. It starts to feel warmer. And as you kind of like get to the point where you can actually start to see the bottom, you can see it's all kind of like jagged and rough at the bottom. And the wall is a different colour. It's not this greyish, this kind of light grey colour that the rock above was. It's a darker, redder kind of hue. More like kind of rust coloured. The wall around you also looks to be that kind of colour and like a different texture. It's not all rough. It's not all smooth rock like it was above. There's a kind of like leathery sort of like texture to it. If you want to reach out and touch it,
he would.
I mean, it's like hard leather. It's not skin soft or anything like that, but there's definitely like a little tiny bit of give to it, and it does not feel like rock. The air is getting warmer, and it starts to feel like humid as you descend. Give me a stress roll. That wall goes from hard leather to soft leather to warm, as if it was like the skin of someone, smooth, and almost like something squirming underneath it. That squirm makes you uncomfortable, and you pull your hand away, and then you start to see the shapes of faces in the wall all around you, as if they were like pressing out from beneath a layer of skin. And there's no like eyes behind them. It's just like almost like theater masks. You know what I mean? But they're like living faces. They move. Their lips move, and they're like they've got expressions of like pain and wincing. You might
kind of very characterized kind of thing.
You might not remember this, but if you do remember the 1922 game when you went into the basement.
The 1992 game?
1922. No, sorry, the 1933 game. When you were in New York and you went to the house and you went into the basement.
Ah, right, yeah.
The walls.
Sorry, I was confused. I was thinking
the walls
like,
that were described there, that's what this is like.
Richard just, will kind of pan around with the light to look to see if it's all of the walls are like this.
360 degrees around you. And then clunk, you hit the bottom.
And the bottom it's just jagged rocks.
Yes.
That don't look organic. It's the walls that look organic.
Yes. The bottom is a much larger chamber. It looks kind of like uneven. It's not all smoothed out that way. It looks more like a natural cave, and it extends off in one direction.
So there's only one route to go.
Yeah. But your psychosis will come into play now because your stress went up.
Right.
Not severe, but it will happen.
So I think he'll probably find himself like subconsciously sort of like wiping his arms and stuff, like trying to get dust that isn't there since he's not done anything for dust to get on him. And he's just like all this swiming and stuff. But he probably feels, because it's starting to get hot and sweaty and humid, so he'll be starting to get covered in his own sweat. So he'll probably think that this is something on him and he needs to get it off. So his own sweat is causing him to panic.
At the top, Jeff, you'll feel the sort of looseness on the chain as he's reached the bottom, and you'll hear the clang as he hits the bottom as well.
Good luck!
I guess he wouldn't have heard that for the distance, but I think what he would have done, he's probably picked up maybe like the pickaxe and like sort of not smack, but like tap the chain a few times to make it like sort of clang or something.
You would hear him if he was shouting down a hole. You would, because it would be it's like shouting down a long tube. You would definitely hear it.
Something Some creepy stuff down here. Having a look around. Like, as in proper shouting it back up. I'm trying to think like what we do. Probably his pistol would probably still be holstered, like in his pocket or in
His belt,
some
yeah.
strap or something, or within his belt. Right, it's not in his hands. He probably detach the lantern. No, he'll keep the lantern on the cart so he can find it easily. But he'll probably keep his hands free and start exploring around the place using the
Heading
helmet.
off into the cave to explore.
Yes.
Okay, you do that. Jeff, Betty, how long is it before you start to wonder what's happened to Richard?
For a while, because I don't want to get too worried. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay.
All right, so how long is it before you start to worry?
F.
You're not going to hear anything else from him.
Well, I was already worried when I took him down, so that's like,
Yeah, so I'm saying if it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like how long is it before you're like, something's wrong?
I imagine you could probably see the speck of light like walking away from one set of light. Like you could
Yeah.
you see that.
probably can.
But once it's gone and it's starting to stand there, that's the last you hear or see of him. So how long before you decide to do something?
Damn it, Dark.
So I mean, Betty, you told him not to go down there. How long passes before you start vocalizing that you're worried?
Well, what's called, I basically tell him to get back up.
You're yelling down to tell him to come back up?
Yes.
Okay, you yell down. There's no reply. There's no tug on the chain to signify it's time to pull up. There's no sign of light
Jeffrey.
down there.
I can go down there, but are you gonna be okay?
Is
That's
there
the
no?
question.
So what happened to him?
He went down there. You could see the light. You guys, when he hit the bottom, you yelled down and he yelled back up. And then you saw his light kind of disappear as he walked off. And since that moment, you haven't heard or seen anything.
Okay. I think we should give it a wee bit more time.
Yeah.
Okay, how much longer? You look at your watch.
Time's it now in human in your time?
It's probably coming up for sundown. So about we're probably going to get on to about 5 p.m.
Okay, at 6.
So you're going to have a whole hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whole hour passes.
Because if I'm like, okay.
We're waiting the whole hour.
Okay, you wait the whole hour. Nothing happens. Nothing changes.
Told you,
Eddie,
Jeffrey,
do you want to
this
go
is
down? Well, I mean, yeah, but no one else is gonna investigate. Only us. Just us. All right. So
I feel like I should go down because of the fact that you're the mechanic. You can get us back up again.
all right. Scary idea. But yeah.
I will say, like, 1950s is very sexist America.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So you want me to be like, no woman can go in there, blah blah blah. Man, go down there.
It wasn't until the 70s that things really started moving a little better. Even then, it wasn't good, as we all know. Yeah, you pull that cage up with no problem. There's like practically no weight on the end of it. You pull it back up to the top. So Betty was volunteering to go down next.
Well, I may as well because, yeah.
Okay, flashlight. Are you taking a mining helmet as well?
Yes.
Okay, so mining helmet which has a backup light on it, and then you've got your flashlight. I don't know which one you want to prefer to use first.
I've got my.
And you've got your pistol.
Pistol.
Pistol in
I've
hand
got
while you're holding on the chain with the other hand, or you got that in your bag, or what?
I've got my hand.
Okay, so you're going to be lower down. You see the wall, as you get down to the bottom part, changing its texture. It gets warmer. It feels humid and close and sweaty. Do you reach out and touch the wall as you like descend?
No.
You're not interested?
No.
Can you give me a stress roll as you start to notice the faces as you near the bottom?
I don't even
Jeopardy
notice
does
the.
that.
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't
Give me
even
a
notice.
stress roll.
Okay.
Like, you do. Anyway.
You're acing all of these stress rolls. Don't know what you're worried about. It's weird, Betty. It's unsettling, but I mean, you're gritting your teeth. You've got
You're
to
like,
find.
oh my god.
Oh, I'm just like pissed off at Richard. I'm just like
I know what you're
freaking pissed off at Richard. So I'm just sitting there, just been like,
I know what
I'm
your
just like,
psychosis is going to be.
I'm like that.
Richard's gonna
ass,
get the
that-
story.
Clunk, you hit the bottom, Betty. You climb out of the little cage thing. You can see like it opens up into a cave in one direction. There's no sign of Richard ahead of you.
Right, I tug at the for me to say, like, I just go, Jeffrey,
Yes, yeah.
he's like not here.
Crap. What else do you see?
Nothing, it's just black.
It's not just black. There's a cave
dark.
ahead of you. It's like almost
There is
like
a cave
tunnel.
ahead. I'll have a look at the cave.
You want to go?
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, and I'll be literally 5 minutes, I'm not like him, then please come down.
Okay.
Okay, Betty goes off then. So no. 5 minutes pass for you, Jeff, and you've not heard back from her.
I go down.
Pull
And
it
the
back
woman?
up, climb into the cage, take the mining helmet yourself. Are you bringing the dynamite with you?
Yes and yes.
Dynamite, shotgun. You double check the chain part is all attached properly, so you can definitely lower yourself down, pull yourself back up. This is the more nervous one because you've got to do it yourself. I'm not going to make you roll because you already aced it. Very cautiously, probably much slower than before, you lower yourself into that hole, not knowing what lies at the bottom, and then we'll end it tonight.
Bloody
On the last
hell.
episode.
Ah,
Why is it
Jesus
spitting?
freaking Christ. Do you know what? I totally hate you just now. Honestly, like, we could have just, like, got out of there, got our investigation, ticked all the boxes for the sheriff. No, you had to go and see about what's called a stupid monster.
Right, but it's a horror movie. This is what happens, right?
And the fact of the matter, he was playing his character, so I was like, yeah, he's gonna do it.
He's such, like, Richard is such a donkey,
Okay, so
honestly.
the idea I had was that we both go down and you stay up there. If we were able to make it, I'm like, all right, blow it up. If we saw something like horrific, we're like, blow it up. Once we got back up, that was the idea.
Well, we're
Yeah,
gonna just have
I
to
was with
shoot
your
it
idea. I
now.
was just gonna wait.
Yeah. You
Ooh.
could have just blown up Richard.
No. I said that once we go back up.
As Cal pointed out, as Richard pointed out, throwing a dynamite into enclosed space like that, it will certainly stop anything that's down there. But
it'll
very,
just concave as well.
Yeah, you would have to evacuate, before you start laying off explosives.
Yeah, I knew that. I'm like, you guys go ahead.
All right.
So I want to see what's going on. I don't want to wait till another week.
Well, we've
Plus,
got
when
to,
we, like,
because I got to do
we not
swindle.
see. Can we not do 10 minutes
No,
and
we
just see
can't.
what's
No, we
happening?
can't.
You're just asking for another bigger cliffhanger.
We've got to.
Yeah.
I've got to try and catch Spindle to do his thing, so I can ideally set it up to be able to.
Yeah,
woman.
because Princess is missed out in like 3.
Yeah, you can blame him for all
this.
this. This is all his fault.
I am going to blame him. I'm going to go like that. This is your fault.
I think you're blaming me.
I am blaming you. If anything happens to me and Jeffrey, it's your fault. Richard's going to be in a body bag because, like, whether, like, what's called if Jeffrey
That took an
dies,
ominous turn. No, my character doesn't know the meta narrative. He doesn't know he's in a horror story.
Yes.
He's also kind of in this weird euphoric state at the moment because his brain just sort of reset.
Yeah, he's in a moment of madness. That's what he's in.
Yeah, we're in a cosmic horror story. That's what happens.
I know, but you always want to go further into the mine.
Yeah, I am happy to be the person that continues the story.
Yeah, but I just feel like there was nothing there. There was just the guy, and the story is about
you just don't like
elsewhere.
the idea of there's being something spooky down the hole.
Yeah,
There
because
is
it's too
something.
scary.
Yeah,
Like
you're playing a
Shaggy.
scary game.
Yeah, it's too scary for me.
You're too easy.
Got the blanket to like have got my
Even Cal's not scared.
sofa
She's like, yeah, I'll go down the
cover.
hole.
I'm petrified of like jump scares and stuff like that, but like I have to play my character, and I know my character would be like, okay, this is a curiosity. I want to see what's down the hole.
There's nothing
Me.
there that actually happened to him to make him
I
scared of the
feel
hole.
like we're all gonna be like in cages, and then Samuel's just gonna be like, "Hello, time for dinner."
Anyway, as for my character, I'm too busy worried about my wife, so I don't care.
Yeah,
And see
you're
the
about
stress,
reckless.
and the stress rolls prove that. I'm like, I don't give a ooh.
I feel like as well, like Betty is a wee bit psychotic because like
Yeah, you
she's so
think?
calm.
But,
She's so
I'm sorry, with
calm
how you
about
are with
stuff.
your family.
Yeah. She's just so like totally like calm.
What did you think of
and
my
stuff.
reaction when it came to my family, Dark?
Actually, very restrained.
Yeah, because I know that if I like, well, see, I told you that I'm a vet, and well, I'm not really a vet in real life, but I know that the rules is it's like always calm down on stress moments. It's like, okay, he will calm down and be like, okay, but he's acting like me, okay. And two, the reason why he's also like that is that we just saw doppelgangers of people, so I'm like, oh,
Something's going on.
And things gonna miss.
Now the letter idea was gonna say like, hey, honey, well, not honey, just like, hey, something's going on, blah blah blah. Ask Mr. Quinn if he has my kid's homemade utility belt.
I feel like Betty, like what's called, she's like, you know, with the flashlight and the gun. Maybe
I feel
she
like Betty
needs to
needs to be a
have a
reporter.
role. Maybe she needs to have a role that like, because like she might like end up shooting Richard, or she might end up shooting like Jeffrey.
Man, that took a really dark turn.
I feel like Betty's psychosis is going to be the violent outbursts. And yes, that could end up someone getting shot. But you're only halfway there, so you're fine.
Well, not thing. You always say that, but it's like this thing could just eat us all, if you got what I mean. Just go,
Yeah,
"Nom."
but only if you really screw up. And that's assuming it even wants to eat you.
But you know, the thing is, every mythos, see when we're trying to get out of something, my character for some reason just gets one. It always just gets like one, or if they say
Well,
like
we're better
5
not-
is
we're
the
better
highest, it's
window.
always like
Right, but you've
I never
survived
get
every one.
Yeah, but that's only because we had Alan. But because Alan is like really nice and just goes, "I'll help you."
What you're telling me is you
time.
bully Alan into being your meat shield.
No, Alan's actually really nice. Alan always turns around and he's always just like, "Oh, I'll help you." It's just always like, "Oh, you're so nice." Pretty much.
You'll be fine. There was nothing down there.
But yeah. Right.
Alan would have had he would have went with me, I think.
Would
he
it
would have
make you
said-
feel better if I promised you're not going to get eaten in the cave?
Right.
But you then say like about not getting eaten in the cave, and
But it turns out to a
but then
dimensional
you
portal to
then
a
say
stomach.
as yeah or something like that, because I know what happened to Alan in that last one, and then
And Dark,
he's like,
see, every time
yeah.
he's like, hey, are you sure that's going to be great? I'm like, oh, God, why'd you say that? You sure you want to leave the dynamite in the car? It's like,
Just got to be certain of where things are, so there's no like arguments in the moment.
and then his car explodes. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Pretty much. That's why I know what my husband's. Yeah, I know what he's thinking.
Well,
He crazy.
if you knew what I was thinking, you would know what was going on. Do you know what's going on?
Exactly.
Well, I knew that it was going to
You
be
are our
body.
biggest
I knew it
asset.
was.
You know it's
I
gonna be
know it's
what?
going to be our body snatchers.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
It could be succubuses, or it could be
Succubus?
That is-
yeah, 'cause
That's
they're
an
like
interesting
succubus.
twist.
That's a very different thing.
Well, come on, it's big
Version.
a succubus because it's like suck the bones and stuff
That's
like
not
that,
what a
and then
succubus
it's
is.
like yeah.
Well,
it
you're
could
thinking
be-
cannibals
The succubus is a
Yeah.
lusted demon.
that
Do you know what
literally
it could
sucks
be?
men dry.
It could be Jeeper. It could be a Jeeper creeper.
Okay, so you've got 10 different theories, which means you don't
No,
know
no,
what's happening.
mine is Jeepers Creepers because because that's what happened in
You
Jeepers
don't tell
Oh,
the
that's a
GM what it
sadistic
is.
guy, isn't it?
He's not a guy. He's got like the wings and stuff. He's like a
Oh,
demon.
sorry, he's a sadistic demon.
Yes.
Oh, that's a cannibal that eats people. Cool.
Yeah. Which
did-
probably means that even if we did like do the
Lord.
fire thing or something like that, he'd be like, he'd be like, you gotta do better than that.
Yeah, I just messaged Swindle to see if I can catch him on the Monday before we do this on Tuesday, because I would like to do his one set up where he's going, what happens to him, so I can kind of bring these back together in time in the session next week.
Oh, we like to punch him. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, he's going to be on his own. At least you guys have each other.
Gotta go be a responsible boyfriend. Yeah.
Well, he's on vacation. He went to New Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah, he was on vacay, so
that's so
yeah.
great. Mexico. Oh shit.
He should have taken his laptop
Mexico.
with him.
Oh right, that one, the good one.
That would have gone across well, I'm sure.
I'm so sorry.
He could
I'm
have
so
just,
insulting. I
like-
felt bad.
Yeah, he could have just been like relaxing, like had a wee mojito or something, and just like
Mojito.
I'm just.
I know, right? It's like
you know,
mojito.
just like employed Mythos.
But yeah,
Was
hopefully...
he on holiday last week?
No.
Yeah,
That was me.
no, but he was
He
on
wasn't
holiday
here last
as
week
well.
either, though.
Yeah, because he was.
Yeah, because he got dragged away for something.
For stuff and things. That's what.
Because he got bitch slapped.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so hopefully I can grab him and set it up so he's all kind of meet and get back on track that way. Otherwise, well, I mean, I'm just definitely going to have to grab him before the session for something. Because otherwise I think he's going to have a hard time finding where you are.
Yeah.
That's not how I'm gonna do
Hopefully
it
we all
anyway.
get back in one piece.
I'm sure you'll all be fine.
Mhm.